Good morning. It's 10:59. I can't hear myself and it sounds really weird. I'm going to fix that right now. Oh, how you doing? Whoever you are. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Oh, there we go. I can hear myself. Oh, that's so much better. It's just there's something about having the live microphone feed, of your own mic coming back so you can hear kind of what you sound like on the microphone. It's really useful. I do recommend it. But you can't, to my knowledge, you can't do it through just like software because there's a delay and you can't have a delay. Oh, here we go. I see Game Boy is in the YouTube chat. I keep that window open just in case anyone shows up in the YouTube chat, and it's only ever you. It's only ever you. And I thought before I started today, I thought, no, I won't see him in the YouTube chat because he'll probably be in the Twitch chat. But YouTube, in terms of buffering, I think for you is probably the better choice. It's funny, actually, when you start streaming on Twitch. I didn't use Twitch before I started streaming, so I didn't really know anything about it. I mean, I knew about Twitch, but in terms of like the meat and potatoes of like how it works, and I was surprised at what it couldn't do compared to YouTube. And of course, it can do it. They just choose not to. So basically, with YouTube, if you're running a stream to YouTube, you have... hello, I see Game Boy. I see you in the Twitch chat now. Well, you see, if you're in the Twitch chat, you'll be immortalized for all time on the screen. By the way, the chat on the screen, is that big enough for people to read? Is the font large enough? It seems okay for me on a monitor full screen, but I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's a bit too small. Anyway, Twitch or Amazon, because Twitch is just a service run by Amazon, and Amazon, of course, have their massive like Azure cloud computing platform. Like Amazon are like the biggest cloud computing company in the world. So they definitely have like the beef to get things done, right, when it comes to computing power. So YouTube, if you're streaming to YouTube, you send a video up to YouTube, and it doesn't really matter what quality it is. They have limits, of course. You can't just send a ridiculously high quality stream up to YouTube, but you can send a pretty high quality stream to YouTube. And YouTube will, regardless of who you are, how many followers you have or whatever, as long as you've unlocked streaming, which you have to jump through a couple of minor hoops to unlock live streaming on YouTube, but it's very quick and easy to get there. Once you've done that, you can stream 4K whatever, and it will happily show that feed, and it will transcode it into all these different quality levels for people of different connection qualities, 320p, 480p, 720p, etc., different frame rates and so on. And it just does that because Google just throws their processing capability at that for free in the background. And I just assumed Twitch being like gigantic and way bigger in terms of live streaming than YouTube, I just thought, oh, they'll do that as well, surely, right? That's been the industry standard for years now about how these kinds of things work. But no, not at all. I mean, yes and no. They have a certain amount of capacity for that feature, right? And so if you're a big Twitch streamer, you always get that. You always get it, and Twitch will always transcode streams. But if you're a smaller streamer, which is the majority of people, you have to kind of look into it. If you get lucky and there's capacity in whatever numbers they've thrown into the system, then you'll get it. Otherwise you won't. And I know that there's tricks to getting it. Like, if you start a stream and you don't have the transcoding thing available, just stop the stream and start again, and then maybe it will unlock this time. But I don't muck about with any of that. I just assume that I'm not going to get it. And so it becomes more important for the Twitch side of things, and hey, let's open this crate while we're talking. It becomes more important to figure out what bitrate you want to stream at, because that's the bitrate that everyone's going to see, regardless of how good their internet is. If you're streaming to YouTube, doesn't matter. People with poor connections can always see the lower quality version that YouTube produces, but if you're streaming to Twitch, and you don't have that transcoding thing, which there's no way you can guarantee that, you gotta have a little patience, Game Boy. You gotta slow down, have a little patience. Yeah, if you're streaming to Twitch, you have to assume that everybody. Why don't we pull the Scharnhorst out, seeing as it was the last ship I pulled out yesterday, and here it is again. I had a pretty good match in it yesterday as well. Don't expect that again, though. That was just luck. Yeah, you kind of have to assume everyone is downloading your raw stream. And so I stream at 720p, for this game at least, 720p, 30 FPS, at about 400k. Which is a compromise. I could stream a much higher visual quality. It would be a nicer quality picture. I mean, I could stream at a really high quality and it would be perfect. But then people on, like, you know, lower quality, like mobile data connections, or people in countries with poorer internet wouldn't be able to stream without buffering. And that's why I brought this up, because you were having buffering issues yesterday, Game Boy. But you were having those buffering issues, I suspect, on Twitch and not so much on YouTube, I'm guessing. And that's probably the why of it, really. Anyway, yesterday I was very tired. Very tired. Today, I'm good. I am fine. I'm going to move the microphone a bit, get comfortable, cover up my tea so it stays warm, although I've had the fire going in here and it's toasty. We're going to have a good day.
Good luck, everyone.
I'm going to swing to the left here. There are already 2 battleships and 2 cruisers on this side of the map, but there's only a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer on the other side, so I'll make up the numbers a little bit with those guys. Hopefully. Plus, the aircraft carrier is on this side of the map. He's right behind me. So he'll be more likely to want to cover the guys on this side of the map, because, I mean, if he doesn't, it's his skin as well, you know what I mean? Now, I have a very long journey over to this rock if I want to get into cover. That rock right there is the first bit of cover that I have available to me. I could fire on these guys, but I might rather... Well, I can't fire on these guys, actually. Like, I would rather wait and see who is over here. For example, this sign-up. And indeed the Helena. Hello, Helena. Alright, now my colleagues are a bit behind me, but already being engaged. The New Mexico's being fired on by someone. I missed the Helena, she turned away. 2 can play at that game, although the Scharnhorst isn't the most maneuverable, but she's alright. Look at that, she's turning away again. They hit me, they're trying to set me on fire. Yeah, she's racing out of range. So, I'm not as concerned about her. I am receiving fire from all those dudes over there, which isn't great. And I have honey on my hand, because I made a cup of tea with honey before I came out here. It's funny, I guess, thinking about it, these guys are mostly in cover at the moment. If you look at the map, down below C, they are mostly occluded, so these guys over here don't have anyone to shoot at, so they're just firing on me, because I'm kind of out in the open. Here's that rock I was telling you about. As long as I get behind this rock, I'm okay. We can start chilling. God, it looks like even their aircraft carrier is sending planes after me. Is he sending planes after me? Yeah, he is. Alright, well, there's not a lot I could do about that. I'm surprised of all the ships and all the land, you went after me. But okay, sure, yeah. I can't quite fire on this guy. God, what is... I'll wash my hands. Yeah, I was turning hard to port as much as one can in this ship, but it's just not working out, is it? This guy is right on the edge of my range. Hang on. I have this honey on my hand. I made a cup of tea, and I clearly did not clean my hand as much as I should have done. Oh, I hit that guy's citadel. But he's now out of range, because I was turning away to try and avoid the bombs. I'll have to fire on the sign-up instead. I don't like my odds here, just long-term. A lot of people are focusing on me. That said, I don't know, this New Mexico's already been hammered. But I don't feel like I'm going to be able to hurt the sign-up. As long as these 2 guys can deal with the Helena, which is I would argue not running away. I would argue, oh, sure, she's turning, but she's turning with the intention of, you know, like a shooting retreat. Look at that. She's firing back at us. We can't see her anymore, let alone hit her. And they're generally moving to that side of the map because they know that maybe their colleagues went the other way and they need to move over and regroup kind of thing. But that Helen is going to be a problem because there she is once more firing on me. And there's not really anything I can do. She's just out of gun range. She's just out of range. I could drive straight at her. What's the torpedo range on this thing? 6. So I'm nowhere near torpedo range. They can't see me at the moment because the sign-up's in cover. And the cruiser is out of visual range. So it's kind of an interesting situation where I might be able to... Nah, she's just out of range. She's just managing to maintain range. She's faster than us, right? So there, I'm like peppering around her, but it's not great. And it looks like our team on the other side have been completely obliterated. There's just one battleship over there left, and he just asked for help. So this is a good game from us, I think. We're already struggling to take out a single cruiser that is just firing on us, then turning to run, firing on us, then turning to run. I do not see a world in which we win this game. I mean, we've lost 3 guys more than them, which, you know, whatever, but yeah. So this is not going to work out for us. Guess I'll bring these guns around, but that cruiser is so well hidden currently. And these other ships are going to be moving in to attack us momentarily. We are not staying hidden. We are not staying hidden here. I am going to use the island to the best of my advantage, and then I'm going to swing left at the last moment and start firing on the sign-up. That's all I can do, really. And then that cruiser will fire on me again, because she's up there. Alright, I've been spotted by someone, so it really... Pretty sure those torpedo planes are coming after me. See the ones right above me? So I'm just going to hug the island as best I can.
Torpedoes, direct front.
There you go. I managed to avoid both of them, actually. So the real issue is this cruiser here.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
She is, again, turning away from us. I don't mind doing a little spinny here.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Wow, this guy just knows how to frustrate you. Because, like, the thing is, it's extremely difficult to hit people as they're turning away. I always find that really hard. It's really hard to judge distance, you know? This aircraft carrier is concerned about me because, I mean, there he is over there, and I'm the closest ship to him. Yeah, okay, I'm just a battleship, whatever. I'm never gonna find my way around the corner to actually get this dude. Any of you guys coming, getting closer? No? No, everyone over there is going to start firing on me now as well. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do.
Good game, everyone.
We haven't lost anyone else yet since earlier, but we are about to.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Still, I don't know. I've had a bit of fun. I've done a bit of damage, you know. Not as much as one might like, but... wow, the Sharnos cannot take fire from anyone. Look at this. Every time I get hit hard. I know I'm broadsiding, but I'm racing into cover. Like, I'm out in the open. I could turn towards the enemy, but these guys are racing around the corner to fire on me.
Good show.
Use Franz von Hipper if I want accuracy. I wonder who I have on here. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm never going to hit any of these guys. Never in a million years. Oh, there you go. I'm dead. Yeah, I wonder who I have on this thing. Who knows? Who knows? I don't really take out German battleships very much, come to think of it. But let's have a look. Oh, apparently I have Otto Ciliacs on here. Ah. Wait, what? Ship in battle? What do you mean ship in... Oh, my ship's in battle. Well, there you go. Apparently I have Von Hipper. I just haven't done anything with him. I'm guessing it's because I don't really take German battleships out, so I just picked the first battleship dude I got and leveled him up and just went with that. But, yeah. Oh, look at this. I mean, it says Brawler right there, and they're highly educated, so they know their 9 times tables, right? 9 times 9, 81. See, I know numbers. But yeah, what have I actually got this guy set up for? Let's have a look. I've probably not looked at it in over a year. Shell grouping, reload time, more damage, reload time, but less range. Ooh, you know, that little bit of extra range might have helped with that cruiser, I guess, but the way he was running away, it was tough. Secondaries, see, that's interesting. Secondary. Oh, but I get extra damage control. That's why I turn that on. I do like damage control. Damage control stuff, that's nice. Secondaries, I mean, I could change that to something else. I could increase my range, but having secondaries can be handy if someone gets close to you. What are these? Fire damage is less for each active fire. Huh, interesting. And what's this one? Okay, yeah, okay, interesting. Anyway, how about we do some dailies? Whoop, stop pressing buttons. Oh, sure. You'll always see me pulling out the same ship over and over at the start of a stream. And that's because I'm doing my dailies. I did get to another stage of whatever the German one is. I'm unlocking some German battleship. Well, I say that at some point. I will, I'm sure. Oh, I'm taking my top off. It's too warm. I really got the heat going earlier. Maybe I went a bit overboard. Because now I'm in a t-shirt. How are you doing? Anyway, Game Boy, or indeed anyone else who's watching, how are you? How's your day going? That's my question. Is it warm there? Is it raining? Is it frozen? Is it windy? Look at this beautiful ship. Gorgeous thing.
Let's give them a hard time.
I don't know where I want to go, really. You know what? The Belfast pointed to the left, so I'll go to the left. I am nothing if not, well, that said, swinging behind there might be handy. Yeah, I don't know, although similarly just getting behind this rock could be handy, just going straight forwards, you know? Which ship? I'm guessing it's this cruiser. Yeah, it's the Belfast. Killer. Yeah, I'm going to go straight forward here because all my good guns are on the bow. So I'm going to go forward and I'm just going to park up right on the edge of this rock and see what happens. See where the enemy comes from. I'm quite a maneuverable, speedy cruiser with battleship guns. That's the Sherborg for you. See, look at that. Look at how the bow just wiggles. Just wiggles, man. What a maneuverable. And speedy. I mean, look, we've arrived. We're here.
Enemy force detected.
Yeah, the Belfast wants some assistance. Assistance you shall receive momentarily, for the Tirpitz is almost in range. Come on, just wiggle just a little bit. There we go. Now, the Tirpitz is a fast ship, so that first shot was probably misaimed. I wasn't sure if he was moving, but the second shot might hit him. And honestly, as long as we can see him, which we now can't, but as long as we can see him, we can keep firing on him for a little bit here, maybe. At least one more shot. No, we're not going to be able to see him anymore. Those guys are in smoke. Alright.
I owe you one.
I think he was probably thanking someone for the smoke. Actually, I don't know what he was thanking him for. But let's see. Let's at least fire on Rupert over here. Let's just stick it again. We're looking at these, just this little bank of guns right here. Just these 2 turrets is all we need to poke out here. And I'd say we can fire now. This guy is moving away. I need to drink my tea. You reckon I'll hit him? That's a good hit. Good gunnery on the Cherbourg. Ah, look at that. Someone is firing on me. Mostly bounced off. It was a capital ship. I guess we got lucky there. I don't just want to wing too close for the sake of it. Because remember, I'm a cruiser. And these are all battleships. But they are going out of range now. So I'm going to move up with this other cruiser. I'm just going to tell him. That's my only way of saying, hey, I'm going to come and help you, is telling people to support him. I don't really have a... Like, in World of Tanks, there's a few other options for saying, like, hey, I'm on my way to help you kind of thing. In this game, not so much. There are 2 battleships and a cruiser coming up here. What, the Missouri, the Wichita, okay, and the Tirpitz. The odd man out. Plus, there is that other battleship up there. So we do have a couple of fellas winging up towards us. Oh, Jesus. You make it hard to want to help you, Belfast. You know when people just spam stuff like that? It's very annoying. I know I touched upon it yesterday, but, like, you only need to send the message out once. I'm not deaf, you know? You know what I mean? Come on. Alright, Belfast is using his radar. Good-o, good-o. Ooh, I got a bit of lag there. I very rarely get lag. I am cable connected, and I do have, like, cable broadband interwebs, so I shouldn't really have any issues, but let's see. I need to get up here and help these guys out, but I don't want to stick too much of my nose out here. Alright, let's use my reloader.
Support the allied target. Concentrate fire
Oh,
on
and
the
I've been
enemy
detected
warship.
as well. Well, that's fine. That's okay for now. He's going to start reversing. He's not happy with what's going on. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to reverse. He'd be stupid to go forward. Look at this. Look at the Scharnhorst's secondaries here blasting him. Come on, give him another volley before the end. Torpedoes going after that guy. Oh yeah, someone hit him. It wasn't really me.
Ship is on fire.
Oh, I'm getting hit by something there. I don't know what it is. Probably a cruiser trying to set me on fire.
Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, oh god, another fire. That's annoying. See if any of that hits. Alright, well, there's not really anything I can do about the fire. I guess I'll just hit my repair. This guy is screwed, though. I mean, there is another battleship coming in, and what is this? Oh, this guy's moving in as well. There's so many guys. There's so many guys. What to do, what to do. Well, you know what? Sitting here isn't going to help very much, and this guy's just being focused on. So I'm going to turn my engine boost on and just go for it and just wish people good luck. I don't expect to survive this, but I don't see this guy surviving either. In fact, he's going to die very, very soon. And then the next guy next to me, this Odin, is going to die as well. So I just don't see a world in which we win here. But, you know, at least I can have a bit of fun and do silly stuff like that before I die. But, you know, 2 battleships and a cruiser here. Let's turn on my reloader because there's no way I'm surviving this. Ah, let's shoot a Rupert. Is that his secondaries, or does he just have that many guns? I think he's just got that many guns. Just letting the team... I'm not requesting assistance in the sense that, like, you should all drop everything and come help me, but more in the sense of, like, I'm just letting everyone know I'm screwed kind of thing. Because I'm definitely screwed here. Like, what? Like, I'm barely scratching this guy. And I'm getting broadsided kind of thing. But I have to keep my... Get back to where, dude? Get back to where? I am getting back. Me turning into this island is me getting back. Oh, hello. Wichita. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to bring my guns around fast enough to do much to him. Oh, I'm more or less missed. Oh well, that was my shot. I shot my shot. Unfortunately, that cruiser came out of cover, and so I'm screwed.
Problem solved, sir.
But at least I bought this battleship a bit of time. Not enough to, as I said, like, we're not going to win here. That guy's going to die as well. But they focused on me for a little while there. And that was enough.
Good game,
you know?
everyone.
That was enough. Now I'm just going to die in a fire. It's just, yeah, 270-0. Yeah, I mean, whether our team are going to win or not depends on what happens over here. Our team are definitely outmatching them over here, just as their team outmatched us on the other side of the map. We are winning over here relatively handily, I'd say. Yeah, more or less, but these guys are going to keep them busy for a while. Oh, that's unpleasant. Oh, yeah, that guy just got bombed. Is he doing anything, or is he just parked there? What's he doing? I think he's given up. He's not moving. He's not turning his guns. He's not firing his guns. He's not doing anything. Yeah, maybe he's given up. Anyway, never mind. Never mind that one. I do like the showboat, though. It was satisfying to blow that one dude up near the end. And you know, if you're not being focused on by everyone like that, you know. And if you're far enough away, I suppose, you can really dodge some stuff and have a good time. I would love to open this crate if only I could see it. I'm going to sneeze. Yeah. Oh dear. Deary, deary me. Oh, that's good tea. That's good tea. Is everyone drinking their tea today? Oh, that is nice. Ah, it's been a funny winter so far. Here. The past decade or so, we've had very mild winters. And this winter it's not been as cold as it could be, but it's certainly been colder than, you know, recent winters. Like, for the past couple of months, it's been rare to have temperatures above 10 degrees Celsius, you know? Like, I think today it's maybe 4 or 5 or something. It's just been cold. It's just been cold, you know? Let's try another daily here in the Iowa. Yeah, it's just been cold. Well, today it's also very windy. We have 30-something mile-an-hour gusts forecast all day and all night tonight and into tomorrow. Not terrible, just gusty. Just gusty, you know? Gusty. Looking out the window at the birds. And yet the birds still get around. I wonder how the birds handle with the wind. You know, the little songbirds, the robins and the tits and the blackbirds and things. Well, blackbirds aren't songbirds, but you know, the little birds. I wonder how they handle all this stuff. It's quite nice camo. I always think it's, I'm sure there's a very realistic, serious reason for it, but I always think it's kind of funny and silly to put, like forest camo on a ship, on a battleship. Like, you know, so like this ship would be camouflaged if it snuck up on you in a forest. But when the hell is a battleship going to sneak up on you in a forest? Or indeed almost any ship. We are out here on our own over here, aren't we? I'm not sure what to do. This is a relatively new map as far as I'm aware. And I don't think I've spawned on this side before. Usually I'm spawning on the left and then I have to make a decision about what I'm doing with A. I think if nothing else, I want to swing left and head towards this corner here. And at that point, I can make a decision based on what's going on. Like, is the enemy pushing all the way down from C into D? or are they generally going the other way? I can make a decision about like what direction I want to be going in at that point. I don't really want people to shoot me in the side because this ship cannot take it. It's my thinking. It occurred to me earlier today, while I was in the shower, that when I first started streaming, I did a lot of like constantly telling people what I was thinking and why. I'm not amazing at this game or anything, but I still think it's kind of fun and interesting to hear even someone who isn't a good player, like I'm not a good player. It's still interesting to hear their thought process, right? I think it is. That guy's called Gascoigne. Gascoigne, that's a famous footballer here in England. Alright, so there's someone in B. That'll be one of their destroyers. So I don't just want to race in there as a battleship. But we do have the Split here and the Atatsuki over there racing on in. I'm happy about going in this direction because like the only other ship behind me at this point is that battleship. And he's coming this way too, the King George. So if I had stayed over there, I would have been on my own. So, let us just point our bow to the enemy. We're going to get shot a lot here, but I'm hoping the fire gets spread with these battleships. Look at the Flander just moving in. Hang on. Get a quick shot off. This guy's moving, but maybe I'll hit him. I want to get my bow onto these guys. I've got two of my... It means 33% of my guns are non-functional because they're on my arse, but... Oh, there we go. I hit that fella. Oh, there's another destroyer in D, I'm reasonably sure. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Alright. They can't see us at the moment because of the smoke. They could fire torpedoes through this gap here, which is why I'm slowing down. They probably won't because it's a real tight shot, but they could. So for the moment, I am reasonably... You know what? The Gascoigne is what? What is he doing? Slowly reversing. Alright, let's just turn to face him. Maybe we could just wing forward, just go for it. You know what? Let's kick in the engines. I don't know that's a good idea. The Flander's going for it, and look how that went for him. But I'd rather keep moving, I think. I'd rather get my engines going. Or these torpedoes. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it, Santa. Don't worry about it, Santa. Don't worry about it, there, Santa Claus. What's this Gascoigne doing? He's still very gently moving backwards. Oh, he's just started moving forwards again. Alright. What do we got? We've got... What is this fella? The Gneisenau over there. We need to keep moving because of these torpedoes. Alright, these lads seem to be racing towards the Gascoigne. So I will race towards the Gneisenau and hope that that works out. What's my secondaries range? 5. So I'm about to be in range of this guy of my secondaries. Oh, that is a very nice shot you're providing me there. Oh, look at that spread. Oh, Jesus. First blood as well. Don't worry, it will not last. Right. I'm looking at the map. We have a lot of our guys up there towards A. We really do need to... There's a destroyer somewhere, which is a problem, but he's... Oh, there he is. I'm concerned because I'm very much out in the open here. I don't think I'll hit this guy, but wouldn't it be fun? Who's firing on me? Whoa, that was a really bad hit. Who the hell's firing on me? Where's that coming from? Who's over there? Who's over there with the massive guns? Wait, how many? We have unaccounted for battleships. There are battleships near C and D that are unaccounted for, and they're firing on us because they can see us and we can't see them. Great. And because I'm so far over here, they can hit me over the hill, but they can't hit these guys. Oh, see, they're trying to hit that destroyer now as well. I am attempting to get into A and get into some cover here.
Torpedoes to starboard.
One of them might hit. No? Okay. So that destroyer that I was concerned about is engaging us, but as soon as we get back here, they won't be able to see us anymore, because these guys wouldn't be able to see us. The planes could be an issue, though. The planes could be an issue. I can't fire... The problem is I can't fire on any of these guys either. I don't even... There may be a shot where I can get my... giant sea bullets over this hill, but the Gascoigne is in cover as well. I don't like our odds here. The only thing that's behind me now are my two friendly destroyers. That's it, and everything else is just these fellas who were over here, and this North Carolina who's moving in as well. But I need to perhaps dodge significantly, because they could see me for a moment there, and they're going to want to shoot at me if they can see me. This thing doesn't exactly turn on a dime, though. God, I wish I could see these guys to shoot at them. Oh, Santa Claus. Oh, I love this guy. He's ridiculous. I'm glad I redeemed my Santa Christmas tokens on these stupid commanders. They're great fun. So what you're seeing here is more or less the last charge of our fleet. It's the Edinburgh, the North Carolina, and myself, the Iowa. And I'm hoping that our two destroyers can kick the enemy's arse, but there goes one of them, so it's not going to work out. Yeah, we're not winning this. But this has been... I've had some fun in this match. It was alright. We blasted that one dude. He gave us a great shot. You reckon these planes are coming after me? I reckon they are. Whee! Go the bombs. There you go. That's a good shot. I might as well put the fire out. Wait, what? How are they what? Hang on a minute. How did they manage to drop 2 sets of bombs on me within so many seconds? How'd they do that? Was it 2 different people? I think this Harlem is one of those Dutch ships that can do that. Because he's reversing like this, no one can see him, no one can fire on him. Alright, let's straighten the rudder out. I wonder if Edinburgh has smoke. That would be handy. Hello there. Oh, here's the gas going again. He must have repaired, or we never really did much damage to him in the first place. We just have to keep moving at this point. Yeah, we're going to get the crap kicked out of us, but there's nothing else we can do about it, really. We just have to move. As soon as we peek out round this corner, we're screwed, you know. We might be able to fire on the Harlem here, unless he's already dead. But there you go, the gas going does not like us. Let's just fire one shot. I don't really want to waste too much ammo. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Let's use our repair. Might as well. We're never killing this dude. Well, at least we have multiple guns. So we can fire on the North Carolina. And then bring our forward guns round on the Gascoigne as they get reloaded. But we're on fire. Literally. I mean, I can put the fire out, but they'll just set me on fire again. Am I missing? Or am I just not a very good shot? There's not a lot of actual sea bullets here, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna... As soon as they're done with the Edinburgh, that's it. Torpedoes to starboard. Oh, those torpedoes. I could slow down a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's a good game from me. Those torpedoes might kill me. I decided not to slow down. I might get one more shot off, maybe, if this guy doesn't fire his guns. Or the guys to my right, who are... look at that. I got hit and I got taken down to... oh, come on, woman. Put some clothes on. Jeez, we don't want to see that in this video game. Come on now. It's distracted me there. What was I saying? You're playing a warship simulator, and then all of a sudden a woman who's practically naked shows up. Yes, I got peppered from the right there. You know, that didn't go too badly. The only guy that's left is the fellow that was behind me here, the North Carolina. Somehow I don't think he's going to win. But I rather enjoyed that. That was a bit of fun. It was. We had a bit of a laugh there. How about we watch the North Carolina get obliterated, and we'll drink our tea in the meantime. Good luck to you, XX Gamespace XX. I always like usernames that have like an XX around them, you know, as like decoration. Like using letters as decoration based on their shapes is always a cool thing. That on MSN Messenger. Yeah, thanks, Game Boy. I thought it was a nice battle. I mean, I know it's not all down to me. I think in general it was quite a nice battle. I think it was fun. I didn't even come in the top half or anything, but I still blew up 2 ships in the end. There, I had a good time. What's that icon down there? Actually, hang on. Oh, what is that? Like, oh, it's a seal holding a torpedo. Okay, he must be strong. Those things are heavy. Ah, Santa will return in Avengers something. So what's that new Avengers? Anyway, the King George V is our last daily, and then we can pick any old ship. What's that new Avengers film? They're making another one. Yeah. One day there's going to be a documentary about these films, and it's all very well and good to see the like the phase 1 of Marvel or whatever it was called, the original like rise of the modern Marvel film with with Iron Man at the beginning and how it completed that arc and defeated Thanos and blah blah blah. That's not as interesting because that's just a success story. But seeing how they kind of fumbled and what's the word? Not tripped, but how they stumbled and fumbled and tripped, and they've had a few successes since then. Loki was a very good show, and a few not successes and so on. It's more interesting, I think, to want a documentary of this era of Marvel, especially this whole like the mainline Avengers stuff, because they had a whole thing planned out with that one guy, right? And then he got, I don't think he's been convicted yet, but he's been accused of something or other, and so they can't work with him anymore. And I don't know, they probably had some real meetings about all that stuff, and so now the plot is different. I don't know. It seems like maybe they're going for nostalgia again. I don't know. Was it always nostalgia? I don't know. It was always comic book characters. Look at that cool looking ship behind me. What the hell? What is that ship? Oh, it's in Iowa, but with a really cool look to it. You can argue that it was always nostalgia because they're all characters that existed in comic books and stuff, but the vast majority of us didn't read comic books. Or rather, I read comics when I was growing up, but we were quite a poor household, so we couldn't afford the fancy comics. So I read just like the local English comics, like the Beano and the Dandy, pretty much, with the Eagle. But didn't read any of the Marvel or DC stuff. This guy's not quite in range yet. God, he's glowing as well. Look at his bridge; it's lit up like nobody's business. All right, let's hope this wasn't a terrible mistake. The Brandenburg looks like we're going after. Okay. Anyway, speaking of Marvel, there's a new Marvel show called Wonder Man, I think it's called. It's a TV show. There's like one series of it, and not actually bad. Not bad. Pretty fun. Pretty decent. As a little one-off show, I mean, I'm sure they'll make another series of it, but like as a one-off show, I quite enjoyed it. Look at that. I'm already having the health torn away from me. This ship, look at it. It's already black. Oh. Right. I don't just want to keep moving forward and getting slaughtered by people. Also, we've been seen by someone, but whom? Oh, this isn't good. I think this guy might have some, like, super impressive secondaries or something. Look at the way he's just peppering me with fire. It might just be... But look at this. This is wild. Where is my backup? Seriously, though, where are these guys? These guys over here not helping? Where are they? One of them can see him. The other one is actually behind cover. This guy's going to kill me. Holy crap. You can never tell with ships. I suppose if you knew this game well enough to know every ship and what it's capable of. But, like, you go up against a battleship and you think, oh, that's just a battleship. I'll just fight this battleship. And then suddenly he starts constantly firing on you with, like, a Gatling gun of artillery shells. And now I'm going to get killed by torpedoes. It's like, that guy is just insane. Like, I would love a battleship that could just constantly fire its main guns without ever pausing to reload. he's getting slaughtered here, but sadly too little too late. I would love to know how he was able to do that. I mean, obviously he's ripple firing his guns, but the fact that he's able to constantly fire his guns, he's got what? One, two... He's got 4 turrets? Maybe 5? It's hard to tell. No, he's got 4 turrets. So, in the time it takes him to go 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, he's already reloaded the first one. So, like, he's got a reload time of about 4 or 5 seconds. That's really impressive. That's crazy. When you think that battleships usually have a reload time of, you know, like 22, 21 seconds is impressive. This guy was reloading every 5 seconds to just constantly hit me over and over. It makes me wonder, what was that ship called? I guess we can't tell now. Hang on. What's the button? It was the Brandenburg, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. So sometimes you do get caught out by ships like that, where you just expect a normal ship and then they just like go crazy, and it's like they've I don't know, got some cool elite ship that's rigged out to be amazing. Because you can do cool stuff in this game. You can slap a commander on that improves certain stuff. Usually you can't slap a commander on that can tweak a ship to change its reload speed from, 25 seconds to 5 seconds, but obviously people that know what they're doing are able to find the right mix of things. And anyway, let's just have a bit of fun. Let's just bring out the old kamikaze, bring it out a little early today, and let's just sink some ships. How about that? Or get obliterated in the first 30 seconds. You never know with a ship like this. Sometimes you just get unlucky. And sometimes you kill, like, I don't know, 6 dudes. Oh, that's good tea. What was I talking about? I don't remember. I do not recall. My fire has burned out, I'll tell you that much. Let's close the vent off so it's not losing heat. What was that noise? Jesus Christ, come on. Ugh. Wow. Vent is stuck open. That is unusual.
Here we go. Let's take them down.
Oh, jeez, that was hard. All right. Where was I? Okay, what have they got? Okay. I'm reasonably concerned about their destroyers. Let's have a look at their usernames. Johnny1, Evil Regis, and Alex. Oakley dokley. Oh, and 2 of those guys are on the same guild. Funnily enough, it doesn't say that they're actually teamed up in the game, but they're in a guild called Wow.
Get ready.
Wow. All right, what am I doing? Oh, this map's always a tricky one because look, you have this little bit of land here with this little gap in the middle, so it stops you from firing torpedoes, but often doesn't stop them from seeing you. And especially if you're over on the other side, it can be quite tricky to torpedo people at a distance, because you kind of have to wait till they get onto your side of the map, which obviously you can't really do. Anyway, I've got an 8.1 kilometer torpedo range, and I'm reasonably sure I'm going to run into a destroyer in a minute. And again, like, it's really like you're tight in here. There's a lot of terrain, so it's hard to run away. It's hard to get into cover. Think of me as a submarine. My is this guy? No, that guy's going that way. All right, I reckon that there's a destroyer up here going towards B. There has to be, because we've seen nothing up this way. And oh, good job, Mahan. Good job.
Well done, friend.
We've seen nothing up this way. I mean, we know there's a cruiser down there that's moving up, but we haven't seen him because there's so much terrain blocking everything. But we do know he's right there, because we can see his plane flying around him. Let's see. We've got a friendly destroyer behind us, so that's always good. And here he is. The Aruba. He's going to keep on going. He's going to keep on keeping on. Well, he can't see us. I reckon once he sees our torpedoes, he's just going to turn hard into the island, so there's not a lot we can really do here. Alright, this guy's about to see me. I'm going to kick on the engine burn and turn away.
Engine boost is on. Oh, I love
And
being fast.
what is he? He's that Dutcher fort. I keep seeing that ship. Is it a new ship? It didn't used to be around, and now every man and his dog has a Dutcher fort. It must be a new ship. Because I'm constantly seeing it all the time. And it must be a pretty good ship as well, if I'm always seeing it. I'll just let the guys know I'm being chased. Oh, that's some good shooting there. Look at that. Oh, he just... Oh, no, he got him. Oh, nice. Well done.
Well done, friend.
He's forced the guy to turn away. I had to move at top speed just to get away. Now, this Awuba is going to be a problem because they're very maneuverable. I don't really see a way I'm going to hit this guy. And he's pushing me back to the back of the map. Like, I'd love to get past him and get down onto their side of the map. But I just can't. Best I can do is just try to torpedo him. He is stopped. He's not moving. Weird. Why has he stopped? Yeah, he's straight. Oh, he's reversing, I think. Ah, but this battleship... Oh, another beefy ship. It would be great if we could just get past these guys. He's just going to reverse into cover, I suspect. Oh no, he's swinging around. What's he doing? Is he trying to avoid my torpedo? Oh, look at the range on that. It would have hit him if it had just had a bit more range, but he's reversing away from us. This guy is moving towards... Let's just see. Alright, this guy is moving towards at some speed. Let's just give a reasonably wide spread here.
Everyone, let's escape now.
I didn't mean to say that. It's this Awuba that's the big problem. I'm not scared of the battleship. It's the cruiser, and he really is blocking me. That's a real big torpedo spread. I just didn't know where the hell they were going. You know. But now I have a problem, which is that my speed boost is about to run out, and I'm kind of getting trapped in the corner of the map. So I need to start moving, well, in the direction I'm currently moving.
No more boost. We're taking it slow from here.
Let's see what he does here with this stuff. Oh, he's kind of speeding up. Let's just fire there and see what happens. I can keep firing every 30 seconds or so, so I don't really mind firing off volley after volley. I think all we're doing over here is harassing them. We are winning overall, and our team seems to be doing quite strongly on the other side of the map. But over here, we're mainly just harassing. God, it'd be lucky if any of those torpedoes hit. I mean, they are headed towards him, but he can maneuver. Yeah, look at that.
Be interesting. I'm calling for fire support.
Are you? Calling for fire support now, are you? Wow. I have to be careful here because he'll get into visible range soon. I'm having to try to move away from him. It's funny because it turns out the battleship is the one that's trying to chase the destroyers down. And my destroyer buddy is continuing to attempt to engage. Oh, we got to watch out for some of these torpedoes. There we go. I finally hit him with one. Good. Now, there is an Iron Duke battleship who I suspect is firing on him. And he's on... I think he's flooding or something. Oh, no, he was on fire. Alright, good job, good job. Oh, see, even our guys are Dutcher fault. Dutcher faults everywhere. Alright. We're going to win this match. But let's see what we can do about... Oh, hello. There's a droid. There's a French crew... destroyer headed our way, I suspect. I do suspect. Or he may be headed towards the Iron Duke. Let's just... Oh no, he's parked there firing on that battleship at the moment is what he's doing. Alright, well, if Sammy were here, Sammy would ask me to cap B. And I might end up doing it anyway, because I'm trying to get to this cruiser without getting seen by it. I assume... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that Aruba can fire torpedoes out of its arse. Is he... No, he's just kind of around the back. I mean, the thing is... I could get really, really spicy and get really, really close to this guy. If he stays exactly where he is, and I can see him firing his guns. He's not stayed exactly where he is, though. Where is he now? Is he pulling out? Is he trying to pull out? I mean, if I can use the island to occlude myself, and this guy is to the left here, I really wonder what this guy's going to do. Is he pulling out to the right or not? I wish he'd launch his pointless planes again. He is pulling out to the right. Alright, so this could end up getting me killed.
Oh, I love being fast.
Absolutely could. Can I get my... Alright, I've been detected.
We've been
He knows I'm here. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, he can fire on me. Yeah, he can probably kill me. But all I can really do is head towards him. He has to turn away from me to fire his torpedoes, but also he's trying to avoid me.
Come on, give some fire support.
He is not as close to me as I would like. I'm faster than him, but that doesn't really do much for me. I am just going to go for it. I don't care. He's probably going to try and torpedo me out of the back of himself, you know? Alright. Good. Put that fire out.
Another little victory.
You know what? That other guy's capturing B. I'll capture C.
Problem solved.
Oh, what? You want to join in, Game Boy?
Saving
Yeah,
smooth.
by all means. I think I have you on my friends list or something, don't I?
Capture that area and show our might.
Oh, yes, Iron Duke will do. The Iron Duke's username is Rootless Canal. That's good. Right, now there is a destroyer, and that destroyer was last seen somewhere... Oh, he's in the smoke up here. Let's just inform the team of that. I'll swing my way around. I mean, look, no, we'll win on points before I even get back there. We most certainly will. There he is. You can see him on the... In fact, we might end up killing this guy before we win on points. He's revealed himself to the Jedi.
5 minutes left.
Wow, the bot's really going for it, isn't he? And there we go. That was a bit of fun. It's a tricky map with all of the like terrain occlusion there, and then kind of being slowly pushed backwards by those guys, trying to stay out of visual range, trying to fire volley after volley of torpedo at them, and they were very aggressive. That was fun, but a little tricky. Alright, no worries, Game Boy. I am going to be streaming for another hour at least. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. See if there is anyone online. I don't normally bother. Who is it? Nah, no one's on. Well, you are, but you'll be busy. Alright. That was the Kamikaze. Good ship. Good fun ship. I mean, firing a volley of 6 torpedoes every 30 seconds and being extremely well hidden. What's not to like? Oh, you know what? Ever since I leveled past the Fuso, I never bring it out anymore. Let's, hang on. What do these boosters do? I don't need the ship XP. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I don't want to remove all boosters. I just want to remove this booster. There we go. Yeah, I don't really care about that either. Okay. We all know the Fuso, right? Huge tower. Huge tower. So many floors. It looks like you know, like a cyberpunk shanty town, like something you'd see in Cyberpunk, where it's like not a shanty town, but like, you know, when there's like a building and then they add another floor to the building and then someone adds another floor to the building, and none of it's to code, and it's all done by different owners over the years, and you end up just with this really tall, wacky, strange building. That's what the tower of this ship reminds me of. Just look at it. Look at that thing. I know I can't really zoom in, but look at all the different levels and everything sticking off it. It's massive. Anyway, the point is this thing has like 6 turrets. This thing is a beast.
Let's do this.
Terrible aim, but if you can hit the enemy, they will know it.
Good luck. Let's try not to get sunk.
Why, thank you. Well, I'm just going to go towards C. Will it work out? Who could say? Who could say? I can't say. Who could say?
We should definitely capture that area.
Okay, Markov Anton 76. Will do. Will do, possibly. Maybe. I do have like a little spotter plane upgrade thingy that lets me get slightly better aim for one volley. But, yeah. God, she's really moving already. 21.5 knots. I'm going to swing in here, get closer to the terrain. Ah. Okay, hello. This is good so far. See, the thing is, you want the Fuso to get closer so that she can actually aim a bit better because she's blind. Oh, if I could just tickle the Gneisenau's tops, that'd be fun. They're not going to see me even if I do fire, not until this guy comes around the corner. So let's see if I tickled him. Did I tickle him? Oh, I must have missed. They are going to see me in a sec because they'll have guys on the left. I am concerned about this destroyer, but I won't be able to fire on him for a while anyway. Ah, this might not be great, actually, because there aren't a lot of ships up here. This guy's getting screwed. They're all going to start firing on me in a sec. That's not going to be good. There's something in the smoke over there, which is also bad. Alright, well, they've seen me. They have seen me. It's this cruiser, as I mentioned.
Battleship detected.
Let's just get a couple of shots off at him. But really, this guy's telling me to retreat. Retreat to where, dude? I hit that guy's citadel.
Preferably with dignity.
Yeah, I agree. I am going to retreat. But I'm going to see if I can get a couple of shots off first. I'm close enough to this guy that there's a battleship on my left. There's also a destroyer. The New Orleans wants my assistance. Man, I'm here. Alright, here he is, the Gneisenau. I'm just hoping to get a couple of shots off at him and then turn around.
Great. There goes the turret.
What do you want help with? You're all the way over there running away. Here come those torpedoes that I was staying away from that area so I could avoid as many of them as possible. I'm quite a big boy. Quite a fat, chunky boy.
Water's in. Classic.
Yeah, now I'm going to request assistance. Alright. I do have my guns pointing out my arse, though. More or less. But,
Problem solved.
yeah, there's just too many of them up here. That's the problem. Fuso's a fine ship, but, as usual, you've got a destroyer parked in smoke just obliterating you. Honestly, it's such a game-breaking capability. You can just lay smoke and obliterate even battleships on your own. Because what can they do, right? They can't fire back. They can't see you, right? He's here somewhere, but I can't see him. His reload speed is so impressive, and he can just set me on fire and just, you know, destroy me. And I can't get away fast enough to be of any use. Because, like, yeah, you could say, oh, you could just move out of range of him, right? But by the time I've done that, because I'm in a battleship, I'm already dead. You know? So really, if you're in a battleship and a destroyer decides to kill you and they lay smoke like that, unless you drive directly at them and hope that they stay there and you're close enough to actually get into the smoke with them, you're screwed. You're dead. The end.
Let them take the lead.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the vast majority of their team went up this way.
Oh look, fire
And as you can see, that destroyer is continuing to lay even more smoke and continuing to fire on me. Nothing that you can do. Absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And it's a shame, really. It's a shame. It would be nice if there was some counter to destroyers, but there just isn't. You can't shoot at them. You can't run away from them. What can you do? You just have to let them kill you. There's no other option. Anyway, why don't we whip out the Leander? It's a bit more maneuverable than my Fuso, that's for sure. I like the Leander. She's a fine ship. I don't play it much now because I've leveled past it, but there was a time. Oh, there was a time. This is why it's nice, I think, to stream different games throughout the week, because it gives you a break from... If there's one aspect of a game you don't love, you know, it lets you have a little break from that one thing, and you can go and like play World of Tanks or Helldivers. I'm really excited to play more Helldivers because they just brought out like a big dump of content, and there's more coming. I mean, we've all seen the leaks, so we know what's coming, but within the next week or two, or certainly within the next 3 weeks or something, because they don't want to lose their momentum, there's some big new content coming in their little ongoing storyline. You know, it's funny because I see a lot of people like complaining about how slow the new content in that game is, but like to me, it's crazy how fast it is. And maybe it's because I'm very much used to the old days of like even something big like Halo. Like maybe if you were lucky you got a new map once a year and that was it. Like once the game comes out, it's more or less finished and you don't get new content. And then some stuff, maybe you'll get an expansion or DLC here and there, but it won't be that wild. Whereas with Helldivers, it's been crazy how much stuff we've got. New weapons, new game mechanics, new all kinds of stuff, new planet types, new mission stuff, new storyline stuff, new everything, new crazy... Like the fact that you get all of these things with new mechanics as well, like grenades that do stuff that was not previously in the game and so on and so forth. There's so much stuff, it's wild. I don't want to push too far ahead here. If I guess my lads are over there, it'll be fine. There's so much cool stuff, and it's every couple of months, if not weeks, and it's wild how much they're adding all the time. You know, I mean, especially take at the moment where they added a new warbond with stealth stuff and like revamped the stealth system, which is fantastic. And then like a week later, yet another warbond with amazing new stuff. And now there's a tank in the game. It's just wild how much they're adding. And yet there are people who must be used to a different like age of games, right? So they're younger than me, and they're used to different kinds of games that are constantly bringing out new content all the time, and that's just, for the most part, I would think, unsustainable. Surely that's unsustainable. Oh, I'm in a reasonably turny ship. I'm gonna come about and engage this guy.
Attention.
Oh, the Graf
Reporting a
Spey.
target
I mean,
position.
this guy's turning as well. Screw it, I'm turning around. Because, yeah, it looks like we have these two battleships here who are also coming about, or at least one of them is, Queen Elizabeth. Lovely. I've been spotted, but it's probably just that cruiser back there.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I mean, I'll fire on him, but the odds of me hitting him are extraordinarily low. I'm going after the Graf Spey. And sadly, they can see me now, so they know I'm headed that way. I'm just going to let the team know where I'm going. Am I going to succeed? Probably not. But I'll have a go all the same. At least the Queen Elizabeth is aware, and she seems to be headed in this direction herself. Thing is, the Graf Spey has torpedoes, so I'm just going to slow down a little bit here for a moment, in case she fired a volley off before I headed round the corner. Yeah, there's a cruiser behind me. He can deal with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's a battleship. Oh, that's a Nevada. What's my range? Hello, Nevada. I was looking for the Graf Spey. You've not seen her, have you? I wasn't looking for a battleship. Ah, there she is. Greetings. Oh, wait, you're moving in that direction. Are you reversing? No, you're not. It's just you've got giant guns on your ass. It's just you've got a very pointy ass. Alright, well now I'm in a bit of trouble. I was hoping it was just her. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'll be in cover in just a sec. There we go. I'm okay now. I might get another hit on me, but I'm generally okay. Let's just crash to slow ourselves down a bit here. Wait for our colleagues to catch up. Actually, we don't really need to crash, do we? We've slowed down reasonably quickly. Alright. I do not want to be focused on by that battleship. No siree, Bob. I want the Queen Elizabeth and this other cruiser to pull out as well. You know what? I'm going to lay some smoke. Yeah. Lay some smoke. At least the Lizzie will appreciate the smoke, hopefully. And while I'm at it... Hello there. Oh, you took out my engines, did you? How dare you?
Smoke screen set. The ship is on fire.
Alright. That's what you get, Nevada. That's what you get. Torpedoes. Torpoodly doodlies. Boom. Alright. I really didn't think that would work. I was just going to lay some smoke and... Yeah, will do once I turn around. Man, I love the Leander. Such a good ship. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I don't want to diminish, you know, people's valid opinions about, you know, how much content should come out and how fast. But it does seem like we come from an entirely different era of video games where people have different expectations. And whether those are reasonable or not based on, like, you know, the workflows of video game companies these days and smaller companies being able to do more with less, I don't know. But it's kind of interesting to see a community with such a big, like, culture gap, I guess, where I'm used to, like, Halo 3, Halo Reach level of, like, content and things, which is, like, nothing. Like, they'll never add anything to the game. Maybe if you're lucky, they'll add a map after 4 years or something, and that's it. And that's fine, because the game was really, really, really good at launch, and it didn't need extra stuff. But now you have games where people are demanding new content, like, every month or two, or every 3 months at most. And I don't think it needs it. Especially Helldivers 2 has so much in it now. There's a bajillion war bonds with all kinds of different things. I do think they need to continue telling cool stories, you know, and telling the ongoing narrative and such. Right, we need to be cautious here. Because while we do have the numbers on the enemy, we are spread out. There are... What is it? There's 3 of us back here, 2 of us in the middle of the map, and 2 of us on the other side of the map. And yeah, there are only 4 of them, but if they bunch up, they will outnumber us 2 to 1 in each of those locations. I think we'll still win, but we do need to be cautious. I need to be cautious because I'm winging out on this side of the map almost on my own because the Lizzie behind me here is slow. I've definitely been spotted by the destroyer that's out here in B somewhere, because it's not going to be anyone else. It's definitely the destroyer. Problem is, you know what? Let me use my sonar. I want to be ready for any torpedoes. And let me change course here. Wildly changing course. Hopefully, nah, those battleships down there aren't going to spot anything, are they? Alright, we'll sail this course for a couple of seconds, then we'll change course again. Alright, that gives me some information about where they are in terms of vision cones and where the Lizzie is. So they're probably over here somewhere. I mean, exactly where you'd think. But they could be over there, or they could be over there, or anything in between, basically. Yes!
Torpedoes, direct front.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, no, she is...
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
She is there. As we get closer, We're going to need to maneuver more wildly. Tense. It's tense, innit? It's tense. Looks like that Andrea Doria is going to get sunk soon. We have 2 battleships bearing down on her. Those other 2 battleships are more interested in headed towards sea. Ah, there we are.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
We know where she is. Oh, we know where she was when she fired. It's not super helpful, but we know she's not in B, so what I could do is just try to capture B and not get torpedoed. She may turn around and decide to come into B. I could always... I mean, right now I'm trying to use the land as a little bit of cover here. Can I do that for 30 seconds to capture B? Alright, I'm hidden right now, so like she's probably over there somewhere. She's probably over there. She could sneakily get a torpedo run on me here. Possibly. But if she can't see me, I'm going to assume I'm safe for the moment. I could be wrong. But we're going to try and capture B. And then we're going to wing on out. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Helldivers is adding new content. Oh boy, I'm so glad. It's amazing. It's so much fun over time. It's great. And new maps and new stuff and new things to do. New objectives in missions and things.
We've been spotted.
Yeah, I've been seen again because she's out here somewhere.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I wonder if she's gone to consolidate and defend over with her buddies, or if she's just kind of moving back and moving back and moving back. You think she's over there? I think she is. I saw some torpedoes over here. I think she's chasing those battleships now instead of me. Doesn't mean she won't turn around, though. Does not mean that at all. Let's continue to evade. She doesn't seem interested in a pitched gun battle, though, which is good for me. Probably good for her as well. Alright, let's swing around again. If I were her, I might be turning around to fire on me at this point, because those battleships are moving away, which makes them very difficult to hit. You've got the Queen Elizabeth behind me. Oh, there's... Okay, she's still firing. Yeah, she's there somewhere. She's still firing on them. Ooh, someone's following me. War Duckling 97. I like that name. That's cool. We've had some really cool names recently. I like War Duckling. That's a good image in my mind. And by the way, thank you. You got me to 77. I appreciate it. I genuinely do. I never know what to say when people follow me, because I want to say that I'm appreciative. Oh, there she goes. Look. I think those torpedoes got her. I think maybe. How do you sound genuinely appreciative, though? You know. Uh-oh. Hang on, we got the Renown bearing down on us.
All stations.
Hello, War Duckling 97. How's it going? John Q Sports Fishing has some things he probably wants to say as well with his guns. He probably... Alright, I'm going to swing my guns around this way. I don't know where their destroyer has gone. Probably around the rock there. I want this guy to get closer. Is he moving? He's stopped moving. He has a friend that's with him. The New Mexico is about to crash into him, honestly. I want them to get closer so I can torpedo them, basically. What is my torpedo range? 8.4. Not bad, but, you know, they could dodge. I do have tube by tube, which is nice. I also kind of want to wait for my colleagues. I got Queen Elizabeth behind me and another cruiser. I want to wait for them to get here before I pull out on these guys. See, look, I wouldn't be able to hit them anyway. They're too far back there. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. We could lose this. Alright, this might be a bit too ballsy. I mean, that guy's going to reverse. I'm just hoping this volley doesn't kill me. Alright. What do I do here? I need to stay safe because their destroyer could be right round this corner just waiting to strike, and I've just used all my torpedoes as well. And I'm not in a good position to maneuver because what can I do really? So I kind of just have to come to a stop. Alright, you know what? Let's swing on out. I'd rather be moving than not moving. What my words are gone. What missions are you working on? That's a wider, like, missions in this game? Or missions in general? Oh, that's a cool bit of terrain right there. My big concern right now is that I cannot see, oh, hang on.
Torpedoes astern.
Yeah, okay, that guy was firing torpedoes on me, expecting me to pull around there. Alright.
Smoke generator started.
Good luck, fella. That's all I got to say. Good luck. Now, where is the enemy? Thing is, they're in a really good position. We're winning on points. All we need to do is not die. So I'm just going to flood this area with torpedoes. And maybe something will hit him. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, so really, it's all down to this cruiser not dying at this point. You got 16 seconds. We just need to not lose both of our ships in 16 seconds. Oh, actually, hang on. No, we're losing on points. Alright, so we've lost this match. Hey, I hit him. I figured I'd hit one torpedo hit. I thought we were winning on points, but alas, no. It was a good match, though. I quite enjoyed that. See, that's what I was talking about earlier when I saw that we were definitely outnumbering them, but we were too spread out. And I was really quite concerned that that would be like the death of us. And in the end, it more or less was. Oh, good-o. I am just doing any old stuff. I did my dailies earlier. And now I'm just playing whatever I feel like, really. I think I did all my dailies. I guess, I bet I'm missing one on the King George. Yeah, we must have lost that match. Okay, I guess I'll pull it out and give it a go. Nice. It's nice to be back to this game and well rested. Yesterday, I'm glad you weren't here yesterday, War Duckling. Because yesterday, I was very tired. I'd pulled a bit of an all-nighter. And by Joe, and yet I still streamed. Oh, I was probably not making a lot of sense. I see on the YouTube chat, Game Boy is asking me to play the Scharnhorst. I will. I'll try to remember. I'm gonna whip this ship out. Hopefully finish my dailies. Cross the line under it. Hopefully we win this match. I'm still not sure what I'm doing with the King George. I'm told that I should be setting people on fire, so that's what I'm trying to do. Still figuring this ship out. So I'll do that. I'll win this game. He says confidently. And then I'll nip to the bathroom, and then I'll pull out the Scharnhorst. Okay, someone wants me to go over there. Sure. Why not? Will do. Look at this gaudy camo I put on this thing. It's so strange. Oh, I don't know why. Alright, let's see. There's that rock over there as potential cover. I always like to identify cover and head towards it. Even if I don't end up using it, it's good to always be... If you're in a battleship, it's good to always know where you can hide. But there is a big open space before I get there, so there's every possibility. You know, what often happens is their entire team will decide to go left or go right, you know? What the hell was that? Oh, I got a pop-up just now. Salty Silverback 77 just subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you. I was, you know what? I've never seen that pop up during a stream before, so I had no idea what the noise was. I was like, wait, what the hell's, what's this noise? Yeah, so okay. A lot of their team are down here at the moment. I really wish the ghosts would appear on here. If you look on the minimap here, you can see them. But then when you pull the map up in big, you can't see it. So it looks as if the majority of them are going the other way. But we'll see what's over here. We will see. You were up till 4 a.m. Well, I was awake, but I was yesterday. I was streaming. I did an all-nighter, and then I can fire on this guy. And then I was streaming from like 10 a.m. till 12 or something. So I was streaming during the day, but it was after having been up all night. So I was definitely out of it. Where are you from? I'm in Manchester myself. It is very windy today. Oh, there we go. I hit that guy. Hey, at least I'm helping. I actually think I need to turn in much tighter now because I've decided that their team are mostly winging around the other side of the map. And so they don't have any destroyers, but they do have torpedo planes coming this way. Well, okay. There are aircraft carriers over there. Yeah. Me and these fellas over here probably need to turn way further in. I reckon I can get away with going around this corner as opposed to cutting in tight like that cruiser did. I don't want to get danger close with them. I don't even have torpedoes or anything. Yeah, I'll wing around this way because there's going to be some stragglers, especially the battleships. Or will I? I mean, maybe I should get a bit closer. I'm going to get a bit closer. I mean, there's this. The Kansas is going this way. I'm going to cut in tighter and hope it's not a mistake. Oh, hang on. I've got some chat on YouTube. You know, it's a good thing I've got my glasses on because the screen with the YouTube chat is like a meter away from me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon there in the UK, Obi and chatters. Hello. Hello. Welcome. I wish I could show the YouTube and the Twitch chat on the screen so that you guys could all kind of be in one place. But Twitch's rules are very strict on that. You're allowed to show Twitch chat on your screen, but you're not allowed to combine the chat in any way with other I know this is quite dry and not very interesting, but like they don't want competition, so you can throw the stream out to multiple places at once. So right now I'm streaming primarily on Twitch but also on YouTube, but you're not allowed to like combine the chats. You will see people doing it. I've seen people do it with the aid of bots and things. The bots will like repost what people say so that you can kind of all see it. But that is a no-no. I like to follow the rules just in case, you know? You know the other thing I see a lot of, and I'm not criticizing at all, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, but people playing like copyrighted music on streams, mainly on Twitch, I guess, and I don't know how they get away with it because like don't they have tools that scan your stream and like do naughty things to you if they catch you doing naughty things? I don't know. Hey, John Q Sports Fishing. That guy was in my previous game. I think he was in a this guy is concerning. I don't know if he has torpedoes or not, but I'm going to turn into him because one does not want to get torpedoed in the side by a cruiser. Oh no, he's fired most of his torpedoes at that other guy. Okay, intriguing. Anyway, yeah, it's amazing. I'd love to play a little bit of music on occasion, but that's a big no-no. I think these guys dropped torpedoes on me. Ooh, they tried to. There's a big spread on those torpedoes. Interesting. All right. I'm not supposed to be danger close in this ship, but I've kind of ended up being danger close. Let me slow down a bit here. We got this Kansas. He met up with me. So, hang on. Let me read your name again. Salty Silverback. Where are you from, Salty? Oh, Jesus. I just looked back to my other screen and you've shown up on Twitch. Thank you for the information. You know what I love? It's when people who know this game pop into the chat and are able to give me useful info in my ear. You know, like a rally driver being told where to go. I don't really want to swing around this corner because that corner there over there, their whole fleet is behind there. And a lot of our guys are going to be in cover, but I'm not necessarily in cover. So what I would like is to be able to fire on them from over the hill. Why can't I see any of them? They're not that far away from me. Maybe it's our bomber planes that can see them actually and not our actual team. That's the problem. Our aircraft carriers, torpedo planes are spotting them on the minimap for us, but we can't see them. Okay, so let's level out. and see what we can see. If nothing else, we might end up giving them a bit of a shock if me and the Kansas pull out behind them. But our fellas up there, I don't think they're doing so hot. You look on the minimap, they seem to be turning around. Half of them are going backwards. So I don't like our odds, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm loving the I'm loving the advice. There's someone who comes into chat quite often called Sammy, who's also good at this game, and it's great to get a little bit of info in my ear, like, oh yes, that cruiser has torpedoes, or like, oh, that cruiser doesn't have torpedoes, so you don't have to worry about it, kind of thing. Yeah, there is a battleship up here, and I was tempted to turn and engage him, but that would be a close-range brawl. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather assist this guy. I think we're going to lose, but I'd rather stick with this guy and be a good team player. Good. Wow, that's an interesting-looking camo. Look at that. And at least I'll give them a second target to fire on, which will help this guy, because he's already getting obliterated here. A lot of their team around this corner.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Fun. Yeah, where are you guys from?
Torpedoes, direct front.
As I mentioned, I was asking War Duckling, but I think he's gone quiet. I'm from Manchester. All right.
This flooding is unacceptable.
I think I've got Scrooge on this ship, and I love it because he sounds like your stereotypical. All right, good job. Now you know who's going to hate us? The aircraft carrier. Maybe also this guy. What do you reckon? You reckon I'm going to hit him? I always just eyeball every shot I take in this game. When I played the tutorial many moons ago, it was like, oh, you should read all these numbers, and you should... and the kilometers and the seconds, and consider this and do the maths. I just eyeball it. I'm usually not too bad. I usually do all right. Look at all these guys with all this health. We are so screwed. We're so screwed, man. Nice camo though. That's that Christmas. It's like Christmas dazzle. I like it. I like to think that's what Santa Claus uses. Oh, am I getting torpedoed? Oh no, it's this guy. Good, you can absorb the torpedoes. Alright, well, I mean, I'm still using high explosive rounds. But, yeah. This would be a... man, if I were in something like a Tirpitz with a couple of torpedoes, this would be great. And those great secondaries. Not really much one can do at this point, though. Just good game. I'll just good game it. Oh, there's the Hawk have torpedoes. Oh, look, he's spinning his bow around so he can hit me with a second volley of torpedoes. This guy definitely has torpedoes and he's fired them, right? Why else would he be swinging around? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep, it's all over for me. Still, I think we did okay-ish. I mean, look, it's not always about the amount of damage you do, it's about the people you meet along the way. Oh, that sounds lovely, Silverback. North Indiana by the Great Lakes. Ah. We have a very small lake near me. The only lake within walking distance. I mean, it takes me about an hour to walk up there. I just want to see what happened to the rest of our team. They got pushed all the way to the back of the map where they're having a little meeting back here. Oh, they're gonna touch. Ooh, just scraped each other. Yeah, but this lake that we have here is a man-made lake. Ships in the night, look at that. When they were building the motorway in the 60s, I think, the motorway out here, they dug up a lot of earth and used it in the construction, and the big hole that was left, they decided to turn it into a little nature reserve, and so they filled it with water, and you know, you get swans and geese and stuff down there. It's nice. Oh, goodbye to these guys. Was that guy going to get hit? Oh, just by the one though. That was, he dodged that reasonably well. Should I watch this match to the end? Does anyone care? I'm happy to just quit. We're definitely not winning. Although I tell you what, like, the team hasn't done bad. I mean, look at that. it's 3v3 now, but it's two cruisers who are not doing great. I mean, they're in a really poor position because they're nowhere near the enemy. One of them's, there you go, slaughtered. So I don't think we're going to win this. And look, they're winning. You know what? I always forget to look at the points. They're easily winning on points. I don't see a world in which we can do enough damage in the time we have left to beat the enemy, which is a pity. But that's the way it goes. Still quite a fun little match. Quite a fun map as well. Is this a relatively new map? This is the way these torpedoes are dropping are very unusual. I think they're coming from this icy guy. He's one of those new Japanese... yeah, there you go. He's got like a little runway on the back of him, I think. Like a little... not, well, it's not a runway so much as a... Doesn't it launch him? What's the word I'm looking for? A catapult launcher, right? And he's able to fire just a bajillion torpedoes that kind of fan out towards the enemy, which is pretty cool. He's just trying to survive now. He doesn't want to die before the match ends. And he will. I think he'll be fine. I reckon he'll be alright. Yeah, but he's constantly trying to torpedo that cruiser back there. Oh, he might die. Ooh, that's unfortunate. The fact that we don't know where any of their other ships are, though, and they're easily winning. Oh, there we go. He's come out. This is the guy that sunk me, wasn't it? The Hawk? Yeah. Apparently we're watching this to the end now. I don't know. I've decided. Ironically, that man-made lake that was built for the motorway is also the only place anywhere around here you can go to get away from the noise of the motorway. I'd love to live somewhere quiet, but everywhere here you can always hear traffic, and even at night there are still people driving on the motorway, and even though it's not right next to my house, it's close enough that you can hear the rumble in the distance at all times, you know, which is a shame. It's funny, on the rare occasion that I visit some of my friends who don't live anywhere near a motorway or a major road, and their house just seems quiet, just so silent by comparison. It's lovely. I would like to live somewhere quiet one day. That would be nice. I don't like noise. I'm very particular about my noise. I am. Ooh, there he goes. That pushed him over the edge on points, and there you go. Oh, I came down near the bottom. I wasn't that useful in that one. Right, now, what was it? Game Boy wanted me to play the Shan horse. Let me rack that thing up before I forget. What am I pressing here? There we go. Right, I'm going to go to the bathroom first, and I'm only going to be, 2 or 3 minutes. War ducklings in Essex. We will discuss momentarily, but first, bathroom. I'll be right back. Hello. I return. I'm getting comfortable. Oh, you know, I was going to ask a question. I don't remember what it was. Let's whip out this Scharnhorst if Game Boy's still around. I think Game Boy's considering getting the Scharnhorst or wants it or something, so he wants to see it taken out. Oh, I was going to say, Silverback, you really gave me a little bit of a jump there earlier when you followed me on YouTube, because yesterday my computer blue screened while I was streaming. First time it's ever blue screened, I think. And so when I heard that funny noise of YouTube popping up to tell me I'd been followed, I was like, wait, what? Has it done something again? What's going on? Even though you guys have no control over it, I appreciate that your usernames are both the same color in the chat. I like the what coordination. Okay, you ready to see some mediocre gameplay? Yeah, I bet you are. I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, what do we got? We got 3 destroyers for a start. No, I don't want to reverse. Wait, hang on a minute. This ship is called Perfect 10. What the hell is that? Obviously it's some premium thingamajigger. Perfect 10? I've never seen that before. Who else we got with us? The Z-23. Okay. Alright. I got nothing. But yeah, Game Boy, let's play. Well, after this match, sure, I'll pull you in. Why not? Might as well. I was going to say something. I was going to reiterate what I said before very briefly, seeing as we have a couple of people. Because I play a lot of Helldivers. I love that game. And it's interesting when you have so many varied like opinions in the community about like how much content there is and how quickly it's coming out. And it's funny to see people who have such a different way of looking at the cadence of those releases. For me, I think it's wild how much they bring out in a year. There's just so much new content, and especially when they bring out entirely new game mechanics, because that takes a lot of, like, on the back end, it takes a lot of like prototyping and balancing and figuring out, will this work, should it even be in the game. There's a lot that goes into that kind of stuff before it ever sees the light of day. And it's just kind of wild that they're able to keep up with that kind of cadence and release so much new stuff, as well as new locations and new objectives and so on and so forth. To me, that's wild, and it's great because obviously it means more content for me, the player. But it's funny because I think a lot of people who play modern... I'm going to swing right here. I don't want the Picardy to focus on me, and he might. Although, I mean, he is going behind cover. And I am a battleship, but... maybe I will swing left, actually. I just really hope the guys behind me come and help out.
All stations requesting
Especially
fire on
finishing this guy
designated
off.
target.
Yeah, but there's people who I think are more used to maybe like modern big budget. Although Helldivers 2 should be big budget considering how successful it is at this point.
Direct front.
Oh, look at that, torpedoes. We should be able to avoid most, if not all of these. Didn't even reach me. Nice. Yeah, it's just funny because maybe people are coming from like other like live service games, because I come from the era when I played a lot of this kind of stuff. It was Halo is my example. And like Halo 3 and Halo Reach and such, you were lucky if you ever got like a map pack really for that for those games. Like when those games came out, there was very little that was ever added to them.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, they're continuing to torpedo me. One of these will hit me, I think. I might get lucky and avoid it. I might, maybe. Oh yeah, just avoided it. Just avoided it. I can't really do much here, and this guy's going to turn away from me, I suspect. But anyway, my point is that I'm screwed here. You know what? This isn't good gameplay, especially seeing as my colleagues behind me decided to turn away from the enemy. But I was having too much fun talking and wasn't really thinking about gameplay. Oh, he's out of range anyway. Yeah, he's very much out of range. Nothing I can do about those guys. Ah, yeah, look at those torpedoes. Here, I'll press all the buttons. Didn't work out, did it?
That was a great battle.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny seeing the difference of opinion from like the different eras, I'm guessing. Because for me, the amount of content that they're bringing out every single year, every like 3 months, is wild, and the cadence of that stuff is crazy. And yet, for some people, they're like, "Oh, it's way too slow. It's months between updates." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's months. That's great. That's great. You know how long it takes to develop this kind of stuff." And for a game that, you know, is like, it's not a monthly fee. Like if it were like a World of Warcraft or something, but even then, World of Warcraft again doesn't bring out new content every 3 months, or at least it didn't used to when I used to play it. Anyway, sorry, let me read the chat. It was from the campaign when they did a racing thing. A racing thing? Was there racing? Now, do you mean that there was literally some kind of racing in the game, or just that they were kind of, you know how they do like an anime big booby girl thing, or like a Star Trek thing? Was there a racing themed thing, maybe, from before I was playing the game? Anyway, let's see if Game Boy wants to come in. Oh, actually, let's have a look in here first. Do I get a new patch or something? Wait for it to load. No new bases. What about new symbols? I never really care, but seeing as we're here, maybe it was... That's great. I don't know, maybe it was this one. I'm happy with the Klingon symbol. I think it looks cool. Not many people use it, and it's nice to be a little bit different. Oh, all right. Here we go. Camo and ships, not anything special. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, I still have to get that daily done. I still have to get it actually dealt with. What? Oh, silly. Silly me. So we're going to try once again to finish our dailies. Game Boy here and a Nelson. Marvellous. Anyway, yeah, like Helldivers, as an example, it's okay. It's a bit different, but they brought out a big like stealth release. They do these paid DLC packs called War Bonds, which gives you new weapons and armor and like grenades and stratagems that do cool things. And often there'll be some brand new crazy thing, or maybe new vehicles or whatever. And that's cool. That's a lot of amazing stuff to add to the game. But they just brought one out, and then like 2 weeks later, they brought another one out, and they're doing this big storyline thing at the moment. And in a few days, we'll see like a whole new planet and a new area to go to, and whole new enemy types and things. Or at least one new enemy type and one new enemy vehicle type. And they just brought out a tank, a literal tank. There's a tank in the game now. That's a whole new thing. And so they're forever... Oh, look at this guy. He's so blue. Blue? I'm blue. This guy's red. What am I saying? Let's see what Game Boy looks like. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Nice little boat you got on board there. Anyway. There's just so much content, so much stuff. And the thing is, they did this big thing like 8 months ago or something, where they did like this big like invasion of Earth storyline that was really amazingly cool, with great like they had a bunch of cutscenes made, like cutscene videos and all kinds of cool stuff. And, yeah, the Flander is just outside of my gun range, I'm afraid. This guy, however, is not the Hawk.
I will not repeat myself. Capture that base.
I'm going to move a little further before I open fire, because I'm out in the open at the moment, and all these guys could fire on me, so I'll wait until this guy gets a bit closer, and then I'll fire on him. He'll see me soon enough anyway. He's moving. I think, is he moving towards us? Kinda. Or at least wait until... Oh, they can see me. Alright. Well, if they can see me, I might as well start shooting. I'm already headed towards cover, and that's the best I can do. Anyway, yeah, I'm psyched. But like that Super Earth invasion thing happened, and it was the coolest thing ever. It had a lot of similarities to the old Halo, like the Fall of Reach stuff, and like them finding Earth and all that. And you could tell the devs were very much feeling those vibes because they made a lot of Halo references. Look at that! I lost half of my health just now. It's one of the reasons I didn't want to start firing too early before I could get into some semblance of cover, because there's so many of them out there, and this ship is not the sturdiest. Yeah. Anyway, it was very, very cool, and I love the cadence of updates. And look at these. Hang on. Look at these cool houses. Look at this. It's like Sapienza in Hitman. Remember that? Remember, like, the very first level of Hitman? No, sorry. The first level was Paris. Sapienza was the second level, wasn't it? Oh, hey, Fall Guy. You know what? Not terrible. Not bad. Sorry, you know what? Let me stop and let this guy past. Oh, it's Game Boy. If I start moving, it'll just squeeze him and get in his way, so I'll just give him a second here. Not terrible. I mean, this game, not so great. I almost became the first fatality. Oh, did you crash? I think he crashed. He crashed. Well, you know, I'm happy to wait here for a minute anyway. Yeah, in the amount of time it took me to get from where I was at the start of the game, which was like here to here, they blasted me. You know, there wasn't really much I could do about it. I held fire for a while to try to stay hidden as long as possible, but they blasted me. Yeah, they did. Good to see you, by the way, Fall Guy. And by the way, for the folks watching, I always forget to do this. But Fall Guy's actually good at this game. Fall Guy streams this game and is actually like good at it. So if you want to see someone who knows what they're doing in this game, Fall Guy's definitely someone to go watch. Now, I'm going to pull out here, and I imagine I'm going to get blasted. Especially because I've lost a bit of health. People love to pick on the person with less health. I mean, it makes sense. We all do it, right? We look at the enemy and we say, like, okay, this guy has less health than this guy, so I'll focus on him first because he has less health. So it's, you know, it's more likely that we'll take him off the board first, kind of thing. Is he moving? I think he's moving. I am headed towards this next piece of cover, and I'm hoping that there are so many people out here that they won't focus so much on me, but I am showing my broadside. There really isn't much I can do about that. If I want to get to cover in the fastest direction as possible, this is it, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's see if I can set people on fire. Oh, have you? Have you been too busy to stream? Is that what you mean? Which is fine with me, because I've been too tired to watch anyone stream this week anyway. Okay. I'm still visible inside smoke. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, what's the deal with that? Like, I am inside the smoke, but people can still see me. It's fine. I don't really mind so much. I just wish I better understood the game mechanic of being in smoke and still being visible. I mean, in real life, smoke is a very, fluid thing, isn't it? And doesn't always work. I thought it was a bit more binary in this game. But there's clearly stuff I don't know about the game and how it works. I don't know what to do here. They're kind of chasing us off. Like, everyone who was here has turned around and is now running away. So do I turn around and run away with them? I guess? I guess so. I might as well. There's also a destroyer that got behind us, and we don't know where he is, but he's definitely behind us somewhere. Or at least he was a minute ago. I'm just going to point out that general area, because the other two are down to my bottom left, and we know that, but there is a destroyer who was last spotted behind that rock. And that's why I was keeping my guns pointed that way, just in case he appeared. And look, here, he's firing torpedoes at me. And one of them's going to hit me. Yeah, there we go. The destroyer that we had that should have been our screening destroyer is driving away and leaving me to the dogs, basically. Leaving me to the wolves, because we have been completely flanked. But neither of our two destroyers have noticed, it seems, or care, sadly. Well, you know what, Fall Guy? It's been a bit of a week. I didn't stream on Tuesday as I normally would, and on Wednesday I streamed this because I was extremely tired and burnt out and worn out. So you didn't miss anything. This is my first proper streaming day of the week, where I'm able to use words. Look at how poorly our team are doing. We're just spinning in circles in the middle of the map, unable to really do much here. Like, I could have kept going in any direction. I don't really like to turn around usually, if I can avoid it. Oh yeah, now this guy is discovering that there is a destroyer behind us. We've lost this match, unless something really impressive happens. The enemy are just pelleting us from everywhere. They're over there. They're over there. There's a destroyer behind us. We are surrounded. Look at this. More torpedoes coming in because there are two destroyers down. Oh, sorry, one destroyer down there. But my guns aren't pointing in that direction. That's it for me. Because I had assumed when my team had turned around to come this way that we were going to engage the enemy in this direction. And then it seems that they just decided not to in the end. And they've turned around again. So we're just driving in circles, not accomplishing anything. Which is a shame. Send a little good game out before I die. At least I set that guy on fire. I've been, I was trying to use terrain to my advantage for defense and stuff, and I have survived thus far. But I've not been effective in doing damage to people. I was trying to generally be supportive. Oh, this is it for me, I think. Watch and learn. I was trying to be a support player, but it was difficult to support the team when they were just kind of rotating. Just spinning around. Oh. Good luck, fella. Good luck. God, good on you. Good luck. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you'll survive this. Oh, there he goes. Oh, all right, hang on. I got some YouTube chat. It's so far away from me that I have to squint. One last game and then Game Boy is going to go to sleep. All right, Game Boy, fair enough. Why don't you suggest a tier of ship? I don't mind, as long as it's not an 8, because I don't have any 8s. Yeah, I got Game Boy in here, and he wants to play one last game, and then he's going to Betty Bows. So why don't I let you pick the tier of ship? I don't mind any tier you want. Any tier 7. All right. That gives me a smallish selection, but that's fine. If I'm going on ships, I'm leveling up. Let me pull out the Cherbourg again. Why not? Why not? Hey, Fall Guy, is it really windy where you are today? Because it's very windy here. Not raining too much though, which is nice. But gosh, it's windy. So windy. I always worry because I have a radio mast. I'm into amateur radio, the old ham radio, and I have a bit of a mast up. And I'm not worried about the mast itself. I built it myself, so I know it's a good mast. But towards the top, some of my radio hardware is mounted in a 3D printed case that I designed and printed and put up there. And it's not structural in the sense that if that case were to break, it wouldn't bring the antenna coming down or anything. because it's not structural in that sense, but it contains like a circuit board and some radio hardware. So if it were to break open and that stuff were to get wet, it could stop the radio from working, and that would be a massive pain in the ass. And it's PLA, which anyone who knows 3D printing, PLA is like the crappiest of filament that you should not... Game Boy, I'm going to go left here, by the way. I'm going to go towards the left-hand side of the map. You don't want PLA to get wet, and you don't want it to stay out in the sun because it's not UV resistant. It will become brittle in sunlight over time, and it also, like a lot of plastic does, it absorbs moisture and then kind of comes apart because it expands and stuff. So this thing's been up at the top of a mast for like 2 years now in the beating sun and the rain and the wind, and it's been fine. But I did paint it. I put a couple of layers of paint on. I wonder if this guy's going to torpedo me. I'm just going to turn into him in case he is. I want to line up with these torpedoes to minimize the threat. But yeah, he is definitely coming. Why me? Why is it always me? Why am I always the one that gets torpedoed? Wow, that's a lot of torpedoes. This might be coming from one of those ships, you know, one of those Japanese ships. Because, wow, that's a lot of torpedoes for one volley. Anyway, so when it's particularly windy, I'm not worried about the mast coming down or anything. I'm just worried about that old PLA thing splitting open or something and me having to fix it. Anyway, let me read the... You've been in Manchester? Ah, you didn't even invite me out for a drink. I see how it is. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone anyway. I've got no money at the moment. This guy's trying to torpedo me again. This is going to be a really short game for me if I keep being targeted by torpedoes. I'm reasonably maneuverable. I'm going to let this one hit me because there's not much I can do about it. Oh, look at that. It just wiggled past me. But yeah. Hey, is that battleship coming through the middle, do you reckon? Look at that guy. He's in his base, but he's pointing very much in our direction. Alright, look at this fella. Look at this. I am not entirely sure that I can do much about this. I'm gonna... I don't know. I'm just gonna move forward at a slow pace. I'm not sure what to do here. I did scratch the fella. Even though he's maneuvering and running away, I scratched him. Hey, at least they're bombing Game Boy this time and not me. Hopefully, I think. Do you reckon that guy's going through the middle of the map? Jesus, what was that? What hit me then?
The ship is on fire.
That wasn't the bomber planes, was it? Did they bomb me again? Instead of hit... But look, there's a battleship right there. Why not hit him? Oh, they really want to sink me and just me. I'm trying to turn around because I figured that battleship would go through the middle. And I also saw that Game Boy is turning that way and I wanted to go assist. But it's a bit of a journey. What is it? An Anhalt. Okay, he's got sonar? I guess that's what that means. This doesn't make sense. He couldn't possibly detect me with sonar through this massive rock. That's not possible. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to accomplish here, but Game Boy is going through... Oh, look at that! They're bouncing bombs. That's what it was. Look at that. Some bouncing... Oh, I forgot all about the bouncing bombs. I don't have any ships that have bouncing bombs. I don't know which ships give you those. I assume it would be British ships, seeing as we invented the bouncing bomb, but who knows, really.
Support the allied target.
Hello there! Oh, for God's sake. Just as I was about to fire on him, he dies. I turned around for nothing. All I've managed to do in this game is stay back here so far, and now I have to turn away again because they're dropping torpedoes down the gullet here. Oh, this has been a really disappointing match, hasn't it? I mean, for me, in the sense that I've not been able to really accomplish anything. I've been dodging and ducking torpedoes the whole time. I can't really go back to where I was before because there's a battleship and a cruiser up there. And, okay, there's this Reichslau, but where's he going? He seems to be staying in cover behind this terrain. What's he doing? He is moving, isn't he? Yeah, he is moving, but he's coming this way. He's uninterested in... Okay, so I've just turned to head that way, but my whole team is turning away from there, so it would be a very bad idea for me to go that way. Game Boy needs help, but he's going through the gullet, like the middle of the map, which is dangerous. Still, there are two guys through there. So I will actually, I'll follow you. I will go through. I wasn't going to go through because I'm in a weak little cruiser, basically. And the aircraft carrier and whichever of these guys can also launch extra torpedoes hate me and have really been targeting me this whole time. So I didn't want to give them an even easier target by going through the middle of the map. But screw it. Who cares, right? Who cares? So, I'm headed this way. I don't see this going well. A Russian carrier. Is it just the Russian carrier? No one else? They got loads of torpedoes, bouncing bombs, God knows. They really didn't like me. Thankfully, they're focusing on these guys now. But they'll see me soon enough. Am I going to hit that guy? Probably not. See, this is why he's attacking them. Are you sure all these torpedoes are coming from the one ship? That's a lot of torpedoes. You're probably right. It's easier now that they're a lot closer to him. They can fire a lot more stuff off. Anyway, we're about to see why I didn't want to come through here. Because you've got guys on the right of us, guys on the left of us, and guys in front of us, all firing on us. No, look at all these torpedoes. Oh, this must be... No, wait, the destroyer's on the other side of the map. Who's firing wave after wave of torpedoes at us? Because it's not torpedo planes. Well, this is the end. Wow, we really lost our whole team, didn't we? To be fair, because I was constantly harassed at the beginning of the match by just constant aircraft carrier attacks, there was nothing I could do, really. This is the first time I've really fully engaged the enemy, and it's too late for me. It's just too late. I don't even think I'm going to make it to hit this guy. Or maybe I will. Oh, I did hit him, but it didn't even kill him. Didn't even kill him. Oh well. That was a very disappointing match, sadly. It's just because their aircraft carrier focused on me so much at the start, and so I was over here, and you know, I was back here, and I was going to swing to the left-hand side of the map. But by the time I got to here, I was already having to turn circles to avoid a bajillion torpedoes. And then we were just turned around and turned around and turned around. It's just the way it goes sometimes, you know. It's just the way it goes. Anyway, good game, Game Boy. Well, it wasn't really, but I enjoyed playing with you. That's the point. Game Boy is going to be leaving now. So I'm just going to remove him from the division so I can carry on playing because I know he's off. I know he's headed off. Alright, I'm going to resist the temptation to pull out... Oh, no, to pull out my kamikaze, which is the ship I pull out whenever I'm not doing well. So, oh, I've had a bad game or two, I'll bring out the kamikaze. No, not this time. Oh my god. Great, I reached the thing. Thanks. Wow, I reached a lot of things just there. Ooh, what to bring, what to bring. You know what, I think I'm leveling this thing up, aren't I? I never bring this ship out. I always forget to do these other tiers that I never think about. Where am I up to with this? God, I've basically taken this out once. Did I not like it? Why don't I like this ship? Someone tell me what's bad about this ship. Why don't I like it? It's probably just because I always forget to... Oh, you know what, actually, hang on. Not ready. Why don't we go open this crate? I always forget to do the other nations. What the... Ooh, look at this thing. This is straight out of space. Okay, yeah, promotion orders are handy. They may not be flashy, but they're useful. You know what I mean? Alright. Let's see what we can do with the Montecacoli. Did I pronounce that right? Probably not. But yeah. While we're waiting for the game to start here, Tuesday I'll be back with Helldivers 2, which will be great because Not only do they have all that new content, I've already tried the new tank. It's a lot of fun. It's great. It's great fun. It's a fixed turret tank. I mean, it's more of a... People are calling it a tank destroyer. There's some nuance there, but it's more of an armored vehicle thing with a powerful gun. Anyway, new tank. There's a new warbond with, like, there's a giant gravity hammer and all kinds of stuff. And I reckon between now and Tuesday, I suspect they'll have brought out the rest of the new content, which takes us to a new location, or at least a location you've not seen since the first game, and new enemy types. You know what? This ship looks really nice. I like the spearmint blue colour on this thing. It makes me want to... Oh, it makes me want to eat it. Ah. I really love spearmint. I'm gonna play it safe and swing left. Oh, I've got that like temporary running smoke thing. I think you make the engines smokier. I think that's what that is. Like, instead of deploying normal smoke, it just makes the engines really, really smoky, I think. Anyway, so that'll be fun on Tuesday, because by then I think all of the new content will be out. And I know some of the people I'll be playing with will have unlocked all of the stuff as well. I've already unlocked the tank, so we're definitely going to be able to screw around with that. Oh, here come more torpedo planes. Great.
Enemy force detected.
They're gonna want me. Ooh, the Omaha. Hello.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
All right. Okay, we've got torpedo planes are coming. Not much we can do about that, really, other than try to drive towards them a little bit here. Oh, come on. Come on. You can rudder. You can rudder. Oh, they're not going for me? They're not going for me? Oh, glory be. Glory, glory, Man United. Oh, we've got a lot of enemy ships over here, though. You know what? Let's try out this smoke. Let's see how this smoke goes. Because I'm on fire and dying horribly already. I'm just going to let the team know that I'm out. I'm out here. If I fire, will they spot me? Here, I just fire on the Wyoming. Yeah, we got quite a few fellas coming after us here. Not ideal. I'm out. That was pretty good. The smoke was alright. Me and this destroyer just smoked and ran. Now we can't see anything. I'm out of here. There's a battleship that is taking cover. And I'm already being targeted by 2 ships. I do have a couple of torpedoes. Come on, fire. There we go. It's extremely unlikely that'll hit the Omaha. She's very maneuverable. She'll be able to avoid any torpedoes she sees. Wow, I only fired 2 anyway. Well, it's, you know, it's nice to have them. Yeah, we got a whole host of people firing on us here. So many people. There's not a lot we can do. There goes the Wakeful. Looks like our colleague down there... Oh, look at this! Alright, so... No one ever follows me on YouTube. Right? But Warduck just followed me. Warduck. Appreciate it. What you'll find on YouTube is... I run the same streams out to YouTube. But also, a few days after the stream, got out of the frying pan into the fire now. The ship's in the night. This guy's running away as well. Our team are once again screwed. But you'll also see, if you're into this sort of thing, the high-quality archive of the streams. Oh, come on, let's hit this guy. Let's do at least one useful thing before the end. Ah, there goes that guy. Okay, what about this guy? Can we hit this guy? Come on, lock in on him. It's hard to say where he's going. I'm firing all over the place because I couldn't tell if he was going to swing hard left there or carry on his course. We did hit him because at the very end I realized where he was going. I think we're going to lose the ability to see him in a moment. God, our guns are not great, are they? And we're being torpedoed. There's not anything I can really do except turn into the torpedoes because we have a big landmass to our side here. It's a shame that we don't have the ability to lay more smoke. It'll be 30 seconds. I'm not sure we'll be alive in 30 seconds. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for following me on there, Warduck. It's appreciated. What was I going to say? You know what? This ship is about to die, but pretty... I don't want to say nimble, necessarily, but, like, she can move a little. She's got a little bit of movement to her. And she can fire torpedoes. Okay, only 2 torpedoes. Oh, I can lay smoke. It won't be helpful at this point. We've got a destroyer next to us, basically. I'm spinning around. Where do you reckon that destroyer is? You reckon he's over there? I'm burning. Yes, I want to post more stuff to YouTube at some point. But, you know, it's a lot of editing work and stuff. I do post shorts and things, which are usually fun. I'm trying to make them fun, after all.
That was a great battle.
I'm going to say good game. Because I have 2 enemy ships targeting me right now. I have no clue in hell where the enemy destroyer is, so I'm just going to randomly fire. And we've just got bomber planes coming to finish me off. Which is fair enough. That's what I'd do if I were the aircraft carrier. I'd finish this guy off. God, look at this guy. I'm wiggling all over the place, though. What a cool ship. Oh, he's not bombing me. What? Am I not good enough for your bombs? Alright, well, you know who is going to target me? The Tiger. Oh, the Tiger's getting slaughtered, though. Do we have an opportunity to destroy the Tiger? He's repairing, though. I've done a little bit of damage. If this guy can get one more volley off. Oh, beautiful. Well played, mate. Well played. We're still going to lose, especially me. Someone out there is looking at me, and I bet it's that destroyer. Oh, speaking of... Well, that was just 1 torpedo. This cruiser could hit me if he wanted to. He's just driving out of my gun range. Yeah. Where'd this thing come from? I've stopped my turn to best... There we go. Best avoid them. The enemy is in A, and it's definitely the destroyer, and we know he's, like, there, basically. Alright, the Agano, or Ajano, or whatever you want to say, has finally figured out... What do you reckon are the odds that one of those 2 are actually going to hit? This guy's right on the edge of my range. Oh, this guy's not bombing me, which is the only thing keeping me alive right now. Oh, I actually don't want to go that way. I was thinking I'd go to the right, but there's a battleship and a cruiser over there. I'd rather stick with these guys, who don't seem as interested in targeting me, even though I've got no health. No health at all. Oh dear. This has been quite a fun little match. The only thing that isn't covered in black... Like, my ship used to be blue.
Good show.
Good show, chaps. GG's all round. What? Pip pip. I sound like this now. I got a couple of torpedoes off at the end. I will eat my hat if those torpedoes actually hit anything. Let's just give it a sec. The odds are extremely low. I own a couple of hats. I don't have a hat box. You know, you think to yourself when you're young, you think, I'll never own a hat box. What would I use a hat box for? And then you buy a couple of hats. And you want to keep them, like, dust-free. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want them to... And you don't want them to get crushed in a cupboard or something. Hang on. I'm looking over at the YouTube chat here. I really have to squint to see it. Warduck saying good morning. Hello! Good morning. What time is it where you are? It's 1:20 p.m. here. So just about the afternoon. The morning was lovely, though. I had a lovely sleep. I must ask, you know, I dreamt about my friend, and he came to my house in my dream and gave my mother a bouquet of roses, so I need to ask him why he would do that. I'm not going to carry on watching that match. I'm pretty sure we've lost. Look at how little health those battleships have. But that was kind of fun. The Montecocoli. Fun little ship. Okay. Maybe I should bring that out more often. Yes, I got up. I made some ramen this morning. Now, I'm not great at cooking or anything, but I kind of wish that when I was a student, I had learned even a little bit about... yeah, I'm going to pull out my kamikaze for some fun. Cooking. Especially cooking ramen, because, of course, you know, when you're a student, you want to spend all your money on booze and rent And who needs food, right? Food is boring when you're a student. So you end up cooking a lot of like pasta and ramen and stuff, right? And my little poverty tip there is that if you get a bottle of sweet chili sauce, you can cook plain pasta, and like a teaspoon of sweet chili sauce is enough to give it just enough flavor to not taste like plain pasta. So that's quite handy. And so like a bottle of sweet chili sauce can last a very long time. Anyway, ramen, even just like basic packet ramen that you get, you know, every brand's a bit different, so find one that you like. But you can really spruce it up in many very simple, easy, affordable ways. Like this morning, I got my packet of ramen. I put the flavor sachet in the pan. I added a tablespoon of soy sauce, a half a tablespoon-ish of Worcestershire sauce, a tiny bit of ketchup. I know that's a bit weird, but it just gives a little bit. I don't always use it, but I felt like it today. It gives a bit of a vinegary tang to it. And what else did I add? A little bit of fish sauce, just a dash of fish sauce, and that right there improves the broth. And when the packet says add 300 mils of water, add a bit more because you are adding stuff to the broth. So I make it like 400 mils because you're going to be drinking the broth at the end, you know, and it's going to be tasty as opposed to normally the broth of like packet ramen isn't very tasty. But you have just made it tasty. There you go. And you could just have it like that. But you can put stuff in it as well. Like, don't consider the ramen noodles itself to be the meal. That's like cooking potatoes and then expecting the potatoes to be the whole meal. It's not. It's the base of the meal. It's the bulk of the meal. It's not the whole thing. And I'm saying this as if I was saying it to myself when I was young and didn't know jack. Hello, someone is laying smoke. How intriguing. Well, he's turning away, I'm turning away. I don't want him to see me just yet because I want him to be surprised by these torpedoes. Maybe one will hit him if I get lucky. Anyway, so consider ramen to be the base of the meal, but even then, you want ramen to be quick and easy, right? So you don't have to go crazy. There's many things you can add, but all I did is I got like 4 mushrooms and I just sat them on top of the ramen once it got simmering away. And I cracked 2 eggs into it just to poach them in there. And, you know, put the lid on to kind of poach and steam them in there for, you know, for a few minutes. Oh, that's how it is it? That's how it is. Well, take that. And then when I was done, I served it out into the bowl. Oh, also, here's a great tip. Seriously, another tip I wish I'd known a long time ago. And this is useful all the time, not just for ramen. Preheat your bowls and plates and things. So often I would cook a really nice meal, like it'd be a steak or something, and I would serve it out onto a cold plate from my cupboard. And you're just chilling your food before you even get a chance to eat it, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, if it's a bowl, it's easy, because you just boil the kettle and then pour that into your bowl, and then while you're cooking, it's warming up, and then once it's ready, you just pour that water away, and I'm not convinced I should be turning towards the enemy here. Oh, there he is. Hello.
Direct your fire at that target.
Oh, I'm directing some fire, my friend, but I've made a stupid mistake here. I need to... Can I swing around? Can I swing hard around? Because I can't go the other way without being spotted. Anyway, yeah, preheat the bowl. Definitely great tip. And then you... Alright, so you... Oh, there we go. I hit someone. I think it was the cruiser, not the destroyer. But that's okay. We are... Yeah, look at that cruiser. He's not having a good time. We are continuing to push these guys back, which is great fun. I'm not sure if he's actually going to pull out here or not, but just in case, a bit of a wide spray. I think he's going to slow down behind the island and just take cover. Anyway... Always, and this is if you like it, of course. Always, once you've served your ramen with poached egg in it, put some sriracha on top of the egg. Sriracha on egg is the best thing ever. It really is. Okay, I'm getting a little bit tired now of being kept back here by these guys. Come on. We gotta get past these guys. There's We're losing. On the okay, we are keeping them back on this side of the map, but on the other side of the map, our team are losing. I don't think this guy's going to pull out from behind this island. I think I'd have better chances hitting that Guisano fella over there. Anyway, yeah, we're stopping them from getting any closer to us, but we're not beating them. We need to start beating them. If we could just kill this cruiser, it would be a good start. He's almost dead. If someone could just fire on him.
Let me show you our target.
There you go. This guy's going to die now. Anyway, I'm thinking about my ramen. I also add a little bit of chopped garlic, which, you know, takes a few minutes to chop, but it is nice. You can also just thinly slice garlic, right? And then just put that on top, and it will kind of, you know, it'll kind of simmery steam on top. It's really good. There's a million different things you can add, to be fair. You can add meat, you can add all kinds of things. And then at the end, the thing I always do, regardless of what I've put in there, is I'll slice some spring onions, which Americans call green onions. And this guy's going to get behind the island and not allow me to torpedo him, isn't he? Yeah.
Well done, friend.
He is. He's going to see those torpedoes and change course, I think. Yeah, he is. That's a shame. Anyway, slice some of them, and slice them diagonally, by the way. Not at a 90-degree angle. Slice them diagonally, and then you can kind of like toss them and they'll fall apart and you get more volume for the same amount of stuff. This guy's driving into my torpedoes. I really didn't think he would, but he did. I thought he'd see them coming and just adjust course, but good. Excellent. My first catch of the day. Now it's just this destroyer, who I do not want to go after, but we're going to go after. I don't want to go after him, but we are going to go after him.
On. Oh, I love being
Because
back.
at this point, he is the thing holding us back on this side of the map. And yeah, we're losing. So it doesn't really matter if I sink at this point, because yes, we're losing.
Back up that target
So
before
screw
it's
it.
too late.
I will assist this guy. Come on, can we get all of our guns around, please? My ship is not known for its high-quality guns.
An enemy cruiser.
Okay, now he actually can't see me. Alright, good. You know what? He never actually saw me. I'm going to do a Sammy and capture C while I'm here. Or at least I'm going to try. I suspect, here's my prediction, that I'll be the last person alive in this match. And I'll just run away into a corner to prolong it. That's my prediction. I'm going to have to slow down and stop before I leave. Although, can I hit this guy anywhere? Can I hit any of these guys? Not really. Not unless he turns hard in this direction, which he's not going to. What's this guy doing? They're all going that way. Oh, that's some wind. Alright, I don't think any of them are going to come this way, cut the corner. I think they're all going to go towards that battleship. And I don't think I can hit this battleship either. And I'm not going to hit the Cosmolets because he's fast. He's too fast. He's going to get away from me. Who can see me? Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Omaha.
Fate is in your hands.
What did I say? Hey? What did I say about being the last guy
The
alive?
engine's damaged.
I'm going to die, but I'm going to make them work for it at least a little bit. So yeah, man, ramen. There's so much you can do. And here's my tip, right? If you don't want to do
Smoke it
any
up.
of that,
Good
if
luck
you think
finding
that's
us
all
now.
way too much work, then if nothing else, try adding 1 teaspoon of peanut butter to your broth sometime. Like before you
No
add
more
the
boost.
noodles so
We're
that you
taking
can
it
mix it
slow
in
from
and get it all dissolved. It is amazing. It is so good. 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. It will change your ramen completely. You don't want to really add that when you're doing, you know, like soy sauce and stuff, because they're different kind of flavors. Like your peanut butter makes it kind of like fatty and sweet and so on, whereas the soy sauce goes for the more like savory umami kind of flavor. What's this guy doing? Is he not concerned about me torpedoing him? He's not moving. Surely he's going to start moving. I'm not sure if my torpedoes will get there before the match ends. I'm going to stay just outside of his visibility range so that he doesn't see me and get a good idea that I'm right next to him. But look at the minimap. I've got people chasing me down, which I knew I would. All this guy has to do is move and he'll survive. That's insane. He just let me kill him. That's wild.
Swimming with the fish.
That's wild. That's crazy. Peanut butter is wrong on every level. What you saying? What? You don't like peanut butter? You know what I did 2 days ago for a snack? I just went into the kitchen, I got a spoonful of peanut butter, I brought it back into the living room, and then I ate it. that was my snack. To be fair, it was fancy peanut butter. A friend of mine bought like a really expensive jar of like proper peanut butter where they don't add any palm oil to kind of make up the whatever. It's just peanut butter, no palm oil or any crap. And they didn't want it, so they gave it to me. So I got like a 4-pound jar of peanut butter. Fair enough. Peanut butter is definitely a very it's a flavor that really stands out and is quite unique compared to a lot of stuff. But it's a shame that you don't like it because like peanut butter can make certain curries amazing, you know. But then if you don't like it, you won't like it, right? That's the thing. I like most foods. There isn't much I don't like. How are there 2 people with War Duck in the name? What's going on there? Is it a complete coincidence or are you guys related? What's going on with that? Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Yeah, we came at the top, but it's hard not to in a kamikaze, really, isn't it? You know, it was a fun little match. Ah, father and son. I'm gonna guess War Duckling 97 was born in 1997. That used to be a thing. People used to put their date of birth in their usernames on the internet, and I think that's a very dated thing these days because generally, like, it was a different time, right? Generally nowadays, your date of birth is something you hold very close to your chest because it's one of the kind of like pieces of information that like your bank or whoever might use to identify you. You don't really want to give it out to random strangers by... It's like putting your password in your username kind of thing. But there was a time when it was perfectly normal, and what people would do with a username is they'd put like their name and like their real life name and their date of birth. So it'd be like John 1984 or something, or John 84 or whatever. And that was just the norm, right? You still see it from time to time, but not so much anymore, I feel. And especially, I know we've been over this in the past, but especially because there's been a shift in... let me bring a cruiser out. Oh yeah, my Phoenix. I like my Phoenix. There's been a shift in usernames over the past decade or so. Not on the user's side, but on the provider's side. Because let's say back in the day, I say that like it was long ago, but it wasn't that long ago, really. One sec. Back in the day, if you signed up for Steam or an Xbox account or whatever, it would ask you, like, hey, what do you want your handle to be? I think Steam has probably just asked you still. But stuff like Xbox these days, when you sign up, it will suggest a handle. It will give you a default handle and then you change it kind of thing. And some people just don't care what the handle is, right? So they just accept the default. Whereas back then, there was no suggestions. You had to come up with something. And if you didn't want to be creative with it and didn't really care, you might just put your name and date of birth. Screw it. That'll do. Because that's the least creative option, which is fine. I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's just if people don't want to bother thinking about it. So that's where you get usernames. Like if you look on the enemy team here in the middle, Globular Tail 79. That might be a that might be a name someone came up with. but it sounds like a generated name, right? Like something the system will come up with, just like an adjective and a noun and a number. There you go, kind of thing. I do find that you get some great usernames on Xbox still, like stuff people come up with. You know, I'm not seeing anything overly impressive right here, right now. You got Bubba Bear, not Harry. That's quite a good one. He's not Harry. I don't know who he is, but he's definitely not Harry. Right, where the hell am I going? What's going on? Where am I? All right, we're going this way apparently, and we may be getting we're getting bombed. Good. They missed. So what does that suggest? Well, I don't think it suggests much. Like sometimes if you get bombed near the start of the match, maybe it's because the aircraft carrier is immediately spotting you as a threat. But honestly, I was the guy furthest forward on the map, so maybe it was just that. Right, who we got with us? Myco Fox. See, that's a cool name, Myco Fox, right? Anyway, yeah, I've seen a difference. I've seen a change in usernames and handles and stuff. And of course, the options that you get have changed. I'm not firing on this guy. Oh, he can see me anyway. I might as well. I'm going to have to turn away here. I don't want to get broadsided by this Italian battleship. And yet I am. Ah, 3 ships are targeting me currently. Make that 2. Oh, I must thank this guy for the smoke. It's going to be helpful. Alright, one thing I like about the Phoenix, it's got guns everywhere. It doesn't really matter what direction you're facing, you can fire your guns. Alright, we're going to hang out in this guy's smoke for a while and try to set this guy on fire. Yeah, so one of the things that you can do now that you didn't used to be able to do except for certain special circumstances is like have a space in your name, have a space in your username, right? I'm going to start swinging around. This guy should be dead. Someone kill this guy. Thank you.
Nice work.
I'm basically swinging around so that I wonder who can see me right now. Is there a destroyer behind us who's spotting? Because I'm in the smoke, so presumably these guys can't see me. Or maybe it's because the smoke is dispersing? Let's make him think twice about popping his head back out, shall we? Another thing I like about the Phoenix. It's fun to play some of these lower tier ships sometimes, it really is. Ah, good job, Clemson. Alright, someone's targeting me still. It could be anyone, though. It could be anyone. Oh, it'll be that destroyer that's in that smoke over there. I'm wiggling, though. You can't tell very much, but I'm... Look at that, wiggling. Ooh, it's getting a bit cold in here. I had a fire going a few hours ago when I started the stream, but it's burnt out since then, and ooh, the breeze is getting in. I'm in a shed! You guys don't know, because you guys are new. You know what? You know, I've just realised here was me saying, like, oh, I'm really clever. You know, I was right. There was a destroyer behind us. I'm going to be really clever and guess that, like, War Duckling 97 is the son of the group because of the number 97 is probably the birth age. God, that guy just deleted me. Jesus. I had almost full health. Now I'm gone. But, of course, War Duckling, it's obvious if I applied my brain to it, which I clearly didn't. That was a shame. I thought that was going really well. Didn't I have a lot of health? That guy got a very impressive shot off at me, my word. I was about to start engaging that destroyer. I mean, look at that. I scared him enough that he popped his smoke and hid. It was going to be great fun. And then it was all over. At least it was quick. Wasn't it the Queen Mary at Jutland that suffered the same fate, if I recall? Tell me if I'm wrong, but at Jutland, the next ship in the row, so it's Battleship Row, right, where they're all quite close to each other, only a few ship lengths away from each other. And the Queen Mary got hit in something important, clearly, because she just exploded. So rapid was the conflagration that the Tiger, who was the next battleship behind her in the row, caught up within a minute or so, and was inside the plume of it raining down wreckage and water and stuff, but the ship was gone. By the time they got out of it, it was gone. There was no, like, she'd sunk that fast. And I often think that's probably, if you are going to die at sea in a battle, an awful thing to think about, but that's probably the way to go instantly, right? One moment you're fine, the next moment you just vaporize, you're just gone. That's probably the way. I hope I never find myself at sea in a battle, but if I did somehow, that's how I'd want to go, right? Anyway, I think about that sometimes, I don't know. But do tell me if I got the ships wrong. I think that's right. I think it was the Queen Mary and the Tiger behind her. What do I want to whip out here? I'm looking at all these random ships. What was I just in? I quite... You know what? I feel like more cruisers. Let's just try the Fiji. Taking a moment to just bring the energy right down. Right down. I appreciate creators who are able to pace themselves somewhat. It's very overwhelming when you watch a YouTube video or some such, and they are just turned to 11 constantly. Their energy is just way up there, and they're talking so fast with no breaks. And of course, they go back to edit the video, take all the gaps, all the breaks out, and it's just action, action, constant, constant, constant. So overwhelming. And that's great for a lot of people. Really like that. I mean, of course, otherwise they wouldn't produce content that way. But it's so overwhelming for me. It really switches me off. So I appreciate someone who can see the power in the pause, you know, the benefit of just pacing, just a little bit of pacing, and giving the viewer a moment to digest what you've just said, right? Talking fast is sometimes, fine. But if you talk and talk and talk and talk and don't give people a breath to just take on board what you said, especially if it's a video that's trying to teach you something, or it's about a scientific topic, something interesting that requires you to have a bit of a chew on it. Speaking of getting back, I was going to swing left here, but it seems everyone's swinging right, and I don't want to be the one player on this side of the map, so I'm going to have to follow everyone else. God, look at this. This is a Romulan ship from the look of it. Look at that. That's sexy. That is a sexy Romulan vessel. Oh, they're coming this way again, are they? Oh, they've decided to... Okay, the Suzuya and this Romulan warbird here. Well, more of a bird of prey, I guess. Anyway, what other games do I play? Well, on Tuesdays at the moment, I'm playing Helldivers 2, which, if you don't know, is a third-person shooter. I guess technically it's an extraction shooter in a way, although I don't think anyone would ever call it that, because you drop in on a mission, you have various tasks to do, and you collect samples and things, and then you have to extract at the end on a plane. 4 players. If you've ever seen Starship Troopers, it's the video game, right? Oh yeah, it's great fun. And if you're not familiar, I assume you are if you've been playing it. They've just brought out a bunch of new content. There's a new warbond, there's a new tank, and over the next few days, I don't want to spoil it if you're avoiding spoilers, but I've seen the leaks, and we're definitely going to get some really cool new stuff. I'm hoping within the week, because I'm going to be streaming it on Tuesday, so I'm hoping... By the way, I'm going to get so screwed here. I'm done for. I'm hoping that new content will drop fully before Tuesday so that I can see it all. But I've already unlocked the new tank, the Bastion, so we're going to be seeing that. And hopefully some of my friends and some of the viewers who like to get together with me and play. Oh, wow, this guy's running away. Hopefully they've unlocked some of the Warbond stuff as well, so we'll have the opportunity to play with that. And on Wednesdays, I play World of Tanks, which is made by the same people that make this game. It's just tanks instead of ships. And then on Thursdays, here we are. I'm playing this. Wow, that took a lot of health off, man. Wow. Wow. So that's how it's going to be, is it? That's how it's going to be? Oh, he's out of range.
Problem solved, sir.
Ah, I'm pretty screwed here. Yeah, I was hoping he was hiding in the smoke, but he isn't. I'm going to die now, but that's okay. Well, I tell you what, War Duckling, you know, I hate saying this because it always sounds like I'm advertising, but I have a Discord server. The bot probably put the link in the chat at some point, and it's useful because it's a good way to plan ahead for playing with people. So like I play the game on a Tuesday, but if you use Discord, you can always join the server and you can say, "Hey, I'll be there on Tuesday. Do you want to team up?" And then maybe we can team up. I enjoy doing that. I'd rather play with people that I know and get along with than complete random strangers. For example, because you never know with people, right? When I jump into a random game, a few weeks ago, I jumped into a random game of Helldivers while I was streaming, and I just had a guy just jump on the voice chat and just start shouting a bajillion racial slurs over and over again. So I prefer to play with, people I know a little bit and not complete strangers, because... And I must also add, that's the only toxic person I've ever run into on Helldivers. The Helldivers community is really nice, generally. I love how my screws are still going, even though I'm upside down and sinking. Yeah, the Helldivers community's been really nice. I've made some good friends just by joining random. So I'm not discouraging you from joining random people. It's just if you happen to be streaming the game and don't want a bunch of slurs on your stream. I don't know. Alright, we're not going to watch the end of this match. It would take too long. Let's keep going. But yeah. Come on, bot. You can... There you go. Jesus. I think the bot was just about to post it anyway, so it posted it twice. Oh, well, okay then. Yes. No one ever uses them, but you can play sound effects. If you type those commands in, they play sounds. And it's all stuff that I think British people of a certain age, millennials mainly, might recognize, because it's when I set the channel up, I've not added all new sounds since then. When I set the channel up, I was just like, let's just add things that I think are cool, that I like. And eventually I'll add stuff that people suggest. Oh yeah, let's bring out the Normandy. I quite like the Normandy. So it's a lot of like old BBC comedy stuff and old Windows sound effects. Neverwinter Nights. MSN Messenger, man. Is any of you guys remember MSN? Just me? Oh, come on, just listen to that. Doesn't it bring it all back? I had a mod at one point, a plugin for Discord, and all it did was change the Discord message sound to the MSN sound. And I cannot tell you what a change in my life it was, because I was suddenly getting hits of dopamine constantly every day. It was amazing. It's the little things that please me, you know? I miss MSN, but you wouldn't want to bring it back. It wouldn't. It's just not as good as Discord these days. It's more like you miss the memory of MSN than the actual thing, because you can still use MSN. There's a community reverse engineering project called Escargot, and they basically built out the back-end like server application for MSN, and then all they had to do was take the MSN client and patch the IP address that the client communicates with to be their servers, or indeed you can self-host it because it's all on GitHub. It's an open source project. And so you can go on their website, escargot.xyz, I think it is, something like that. And you can choose which version of MSN you want to use. If you like MSN Messenger 7 or 6.2 or 5.0, and all of the old stuff like Messenger Plus and all those patches and things, all that stuff is hosted there and it all still works. And it's great fun, right? And if you're just going to use it from their like hosting, you probably don't want to discuss anything private because obviously everything that's discussed goes through the servers of some random people. I think they're probably trustworthy, but you know, I wouldn't want to share any credit card details. Not that you ever should do that online anyway, but you know what I mean. But you can self-host it if you want, and that's a bit of fun. I enjoy doing that. It's nice to get a couple of friends on MSN again and just piss around. But you know, it is a bit old now. I mean, MSN doesn't do group chats. It's all one-on-one messaging. There were some mods back when MSN was around where you could do group stuff and even set up like chat room stuff. Oh man, MSN was so much fun. There was so much silly stuff. I'm on fire, you guys. Literally. New York, New York. Come on, can I get one more volley off? She's moving too fast. I don't think this will hit, but I'll try. Ooh, good thing I turned away. Ooh, I'm going to get hit anyway, though. I'm going to get hit. Only one torpedo. Not so bad. Thing is, all of my colleagues here are kind of taking cover behind this island, or they're behind me in general. Like, there's this guy here. So they're going to want to aim at me, because I'm the most obvious target. What just happened? God. That New York died. And someone else as well. Alright, okay, so they've got one of those swanky new fiery, flamey destroyers over there who is continuing to attempt to flame me. I don't know why he missed, because I don't think I really changed course and speed. You know what? He set me on fire, though. I'll give him that. But yeah, anyway, honestly, if you ever want to play Helldivers, I'm always trying to find, you know, decent people to play with, nice people. So yeah, there you go. There you go. There's my pitch. That's my pitch for the Discord. And I don't waste people's time and muck people around. You know, you join some Discords and there's a million different channels, or like they're forever sending out like at everyone pings and stuff. I don't do that. I send a ping when I go live. There's an automatic like, hey, going live ping. That's it. It's the only time I ping people. Even when I do announcements, I don't ping people because I don't want to waste people's time. I don't want to be one of those annoying... Oh, the Pensacola wants me to get back. Well, you want me to get back? You don't want this guy to get back? You care so much about me? I'm touched. Touched. I'm certainly something. I'm going to take cover behind this island. If things go badly... Well, you think I'll hit this guy? That was a pretty shitty shot. You reckon I'll hit him? I mean, come on. I hit him. Did I do a lot of damage? No, but I hit him. Come on, bring the gun around. Fire another shot off. Alright, we're going to get behind this island. We're going to slow down a touch. Alright, speaking of cool usernames, see that Bretagne over there? I know I don't know how to pronounce it, it's French. This guy's username is Chaz Ventures. That's pretty cool. I mean, it sounds like a dodgy business, but, you know, it's a pretty cool name, Chaz Ventures.
Teammate, I need your support.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they are swinging around the back of us, aren't they? That Pensacola's probably got the right idea, but I'm over here now, so... Yeah, I'm usually quite socially shy online, and I mostly don't play multiplayer games on my own because I'm always socially anxious about meeting people. That's one of the things. You remember earlier on in the stream I mentioned that I'm into amateur radio, and that's one of the downsides of social anxiety stuff, because like I love all the radio aspects and setting it all up and things, but then I'm like nervous about actually turning on my microphone and speaking to people. But I liked Helldivers so much that even though none of my friends played it at the time, I just really, really, really wanted to play it. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to just jump in and give it a go. And it worked out really well. Look at these guys hiding behind this island. I mean, they might win the... They could easily win the match because we're all chasing them down instead of looking what's behind us. Oh, it's just silly. And there's a destroyer over there as well. Anyway, the point is, everyone was surprisingly nice, and I've had basically nothing but a great experience, and I'm very pleased about that. I don't think chasing these guys is the best use of any of our time at this point. But if we stop chasing them and turn around to engage the enemy, then suddenly these guys will turn around and they'll be flanking us. So, if anything, maybe the guys behind me should do something else while me and this destroyer keep these guys busy? I don't know. I'm not doing the most impressive amount of damage to this Britannia. And it's a pretty good battleship too. I've got one. I like it. It's a good ship. So I'm concerned. I think it's the ship before this one, is it? Hang on, let me have a look. It's not like I'm busy doing anything. The Britannia's a 4 and I'm in a 5. Yeah, so I think it's the ship before the Normandy. But just because it's one tier down doesn't mean it's bad. Also, we've not seen that destroyer in a while, so he's probably busy lining up a real nice torpedo shot on me. I mean, we know he's laying smoke. I don't usually like to complain about intel, but I feel like having intel would be useful. What's my secondary range? 4, so I'll never hit that guy. I am going to wing my way this way a little bit to try and finish off the Britannia, but then I'm going to swing extremely hard because this guy's going to be torpedoing me if he hasn't already. Oh, come on. How are you not dead yet? I don't think I hit him that time. I didn't. Man, he got away. He got away. Can you believe it? If only there were anyone who could get a shot off him. Look, he's probably going to do a repair at some point. I mean, he's going to stop, right? He's not going to come out this side of the island. Oh, he's dead anyway. All right. Right, I need to tell my team where the destroyer is and turn the hell away. But the destroyer's going to do the thing that I find really annoying, which is shoot at me from inside the smoke and just chip away at my health and set me on fire when there's nothing I can do about it. The only guy that could do anything is this guy, and he is screwed already. So it's kind of game over for us. I mean, we are even Stevens on really score and ships. But, yeah, this Marhan's a good ship. There's nothing I can do. I might as well swap to high explosive rounds. I'm not going to be fighting anything but destroyers at this point. I could try and chase them down, but they're much faster than me. All I can really do is run away, which I'm not even doing that, really. Yeah, look at this. He'll set me on fire in a sec is what he'll do. And there's the other one. Alright, have I got any cover? I've got this smoke that I was headed towards. Honestly, I'm just randomly firing at this point. I highly doubt I'm going to hit anything. Oh wow, that guy really got some torpedoes over here quickly. I think that's it for me. Wow. That guy, his torpedoes managed to cross that distance in record time. He was so incredibly far away that I just completely ignored him because I didn't think he was anywhere near engaging us. That's impressive. Hello, Starbuck. How you doing? How's the health? Got all your limbs? Not dead? Have you gone to a better place? Oh, my back. Oh, it's at this point in the day when I need to stretch. Good. My brain's slightly turning to mush at this point, so I've got. You know what I was gonna do? I thought it would be fun, mainly for me. Oh, were those the fire ones? I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, the fire ones speed up. Man, no wonder they got to me so fast. I wasn't paying enough attention. But yeah, there was nothing one could do. I've not got one of those ships yet. What is it? They're Italian, right? You were in hospital yesterday for an operation that didn't take place. I'm guessing that you got put on the list but a couple of other operations went too long and you just fell off the end of the list and they're going to call you back another day? That's my wild guess. I'll tell you what though, if you're a patient and you're going in for just like a day list operation, if they put you later in the day, that's generally a good sign, because what they do at the beginning of the day is they get all of their patients in for the day, see who shows up, and they run through them, and the surgeon meets and speaks with them briefly and looks at their history and so on and what they're going to be doing, and they order everyone based on likelihood of complications and issues, and they put the people who are least likely to have problems at the end of the day rather than at the start. Because if you're operating on someone and the operation goes from a 2-hour operation to a 12-hour operation, it's better to put that at the start of the day and just cancel all the patients than have it be the last patient at 3 p.m. and then you're running into the middle of the night or something. Yeah, basically, yeah. Man, that sucks. At least you had a bed, though. Last time I was in for an operation, I just had an uncomfortable chair I had to sit on. And naturally, because you can't drink or eat anything except a tiny amount, every now and then a nurse would just come in and give me a tiny half a cup of water to sip on throughout the day. That was boring. The one thing I did is turn off the television in that waiting room because it just showed constant news. And it was it was just before the American inauguration stuff, like a year ago. And so it was all about that. I was just like, man, I'm about to go in for surgery. If I'm going to die on the table or something, the last thing I want to see is 5 hours of just news about American politics before I die. So I just turned that off and read a book instead. I read a great book. It was hang on, let me pull a ship out. It was called hang on, I've got it up on my shelf, but let me whip a ship out first. Maybe a battleship. Battleship I'm leveling up. I've not figured out the Nagato yet. Let's pull that out. It's a book about a British airman serving in Burma during the war, and it's a strange one because you'd think there'd be a lot more action in it, but it's not. It's a lot of it's very descriptive of the region and of the guy's experiences there with the heat and with just his time spent in his tent, meeting the locals, meeting a beautiful woman, and so on and so forth. The Purple Plane, that's what it's called, The Purple Plane. Decent little book, actually. Has has an ending that I was satisfied with. Yeah, if you want a light read, a relatively light read, that is almost feels like slice of life for this guy, because considering he's a British airman during the war, he only goes up in the plane like 2 or 3 times, and he doesn't really do much in the way of combat. It's a very slice of lifey. Anyway, sorry, let me read chat. I look away sometimes because if I read the chat, I'll get distracted in the middle of a sentence, and no one wants someone to stop talking in the middle of a sentence. That's very unsatisfying. Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, you'd rather they do it safely, I suppose. Let me turn my fan off. Hang on. There we go. Yes, I'm in a shed. I'm in my garden shed that I converted to an office space. I mean, it's lovely. It's got a sofa in here and everything. I do have to keep it warm. Alright, what are we doing here? What am I doing? Everyone's going that way, but I'm going this way. I do have some colleagues over here. The Zi-10 is kind of meeting up with me in a way, but we'll have to see if this is a good move. Who can say? I think... Don't know. I don't like the fact that I've been spotted. I do not like it. This Bismarck is firing on me and he's outside of my weapons range. Not much I can do other than try to make up the distance by turning straight towards them. Yeah, intel would be nice. I agree. Alright, they can't see me anymore. I don't want to just move closer for the sake of moving closer, but... Again, I'm spotted. Could be their destroyer that's in B. Yeah, there'll be a destroyer in B. That's who can see me. Concerning. That Suo's out of range. I didn't have far to go for my surgery because I live very close to a major regional hospital. Oh, that Suo just came into range just as I looked away. I'm in an iffy spot here because I'm in the middle of the map and this guy who was moving up this way has just decided to sit back there. I'm not entirely sure who he's engaging, if anyone, and why he's just kind of sat back there. Is he actually shooting it? He might be shooting at the Bismarck.
Torpedoes to port.
Yeah, that's those torpedoes from that destroyer who's in B. Was in B, will now be coming towards me because I'm the best target he's got. And someone can see me. And no one should be able to see me unless there's a destroyer behind me, because there's no one else who could see me right now. I mean, maybe if they had a cruiser over there, but I reckon it was a destroyer getting close behind me. I'm just going to have to turn away. The Bismarck's getting slightly pelleted by someone. It might be that Zyten. Could be anyone, but I don't know. This isn't going great for me, really.
Looks like we've been seen.
At least I can fire on someone. Hoshi Shortman over here. Alright. Yes, at least you have plenty of time, right? I was quite lucky. My surgery was just before Christmas, but close enough, but like far enough away, just far enough away that I was able to enjoy Christmas.
Fire. This is fine.
I like the camo I've got on this ship. You can't really see it particularly effectively, but it's really sexy. It's a really nice camo. Look at that. It looks a bit dull in this light, but it is actually quite nice. I'm gonna die. This cruiser over here is just setting me on fire. Not really much I can do. I can of course fire back, but he'll end up taking way more health off me than I'll ever take off him. If I can even hit him. Looks like he's really moving. And this other cruiser is also firing on me. And God knows what else. Not really much I could have done in that match. I chose to go towards the middle. I expected this guy to move up, but he just stayed back here the whole time, which allowed the enemy to move up on me. Oh, now he's moving. Yeah, great, great. Now you're moving. I don't want to be bitter, but I was hung out to dry by everyone else on my team, and I'm standing by. No, I don't really care. But it would have been nice if anyone had moved up to attack the enemy with me. You know what I mean? This Colorado's about to slaughter me. He'll turn his guns on me in a sec. This cruiser certainly will. This cruiser is speeding round this corner to fire on me. Look at how fast he's moving. And he's moving out that fast because he knows he wants to shoot me. It's a shame, really. Anyway. You've not been in work since December 20... Are you Santa Claus? Oh, there we go. That York seems to have some very impressive flamey shells. He's really blasting me. There we go. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. It's just the way it went. It's just the way it went. It's a shame that it goes this way so often. I find it difficult to straddle the line because you don't want to stay so far back and in cover so much that you end up like not really being useful, right? You want... I mean, yeah, I could survive until the very end of the match by hiding and never engaging the enemy. But at the same time, you don't want to move forward so much that you become the sole focus of their team and all of your guys are in cover and no one's helping you out or anything. So it's tricky when you spawn in the middle of the map and everyone else kind of leaves. And, you know, what do you do there? What do you do? You kind of have to move up a bit to get into cover, but then you're not really in cover. And I had to move out of... If you saw in that game, I was behind an island in the middle of the map. I had to leave there because there was a destroyer who was just going to move up on me and just torpedo me point blank. That's what I would have done if I was that destroyer and there was just a lone battleship very close to me, you know, and you could sneak up on them behind a mountain and then just torpedo them. So I had to leave. So I picked a direction and went, and you know, I didn't get to the next bit of cover before I was already dead, unfortunately. It happens, doesn't it? You had a game where everyone went to one side of the map and left you out on the right flank alone. Yeah, and that's most games. Even in World of Tanks, the same thing happens often. It's tricky. It's tricky, and I'm as guilty of it as anyone, because if I see a game, what should I whip out here? So, the Koningsberg. If I see a match where like all but one other guy is going down one side of the map, I'm not going to go with that one guy. I'm going to ditch him as well, right? Because at that point it would just be two of us on one side of the map. So, and that's really unfortunate for that guy, and there's not much you can do. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what the solution is to that problem, especially because, you know, people aren't talking to each other in the game and aren't strategizing and saying, you know, you go here, you go here. And you can't order people around either, because everyone is the main character of their own lives, right? And they want to be the hero. And you can't just order a stranger around in a video game, really. But yeah, it does and isn't it funny how so very often what happens is you get this whirlpool effect of, like, let's say your team goes anti-clockwise round the map and their team also goes anti-clockwise. So what happens is your team and their team both meet the stragglers who went the other way and slaughter them, and then eventually come back together and engage each other. But it is nice when you're able to kind of evenly split and have a real pitched fight. Or on those occasions where you meet part of their team. And that's the other problem. Like, let's say that your team splits in two, right? But their team doesn't. And now one side of your team is going to run into basically no one because no one's there. The other side of your team is going to run into twice as many of them because their whole team is in front of them, but only half of your team is there. So it's almost a bad idea to split your forces in a way. What do they call it? Forced multiplication and stuff? I don't know, man. I'm no strategist. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, what does so very often happen? Like, I mean, and for me right now, I'm already on the left-hand side of the map. There's no point me trying to go over to the other side of the map. But the guys in the middle, what are they going to do? That's the question. Are they going to come this way? I suspect so, because the destroyers have all turned to the left, and that will encourage everyone psychologically to go left. I don't know. Oh, did you? You survived long? It's nice when that happens, isn't it? It can happen sometimes, and it's such a shame because sometimes you can single-handedly hold a flank quite well if the terrain is to your advantage, and you can, like, fire torpedoes and scare people off, and, like, you know, your bark is louder than your bite kind of thing. You can hold an entire flank, especially in a game like World of Tanks. It's especially doable. This ain't gonna go well for me. Look at this. We got two battleships and a destroyer. I've got this friendly destroyer here with me. I love fighting in this little section of the map, by the way. I love this little area. I usually like being in a destroyer or something. What is my torpedo range? 6. That's not terrible. But I am going to have to hide here for a sec and see how things shake out. Actually, are they still coming at me? They can still see me. 3 people were targeting me just now. It's going to be a while until that battleship behind me catches up for backup. And the guys in the middle of the map are only just waking up as well. Alright. I am going to swing to the right here. Because they'll probably be expecting me... Ooh, for attack, it's a good ship as well. they'll probably be expecting me to carry on left, and the destroyer's going that way. He'll fire torpedoes. I might fire torpedoes. I really wish I had smoke. That would be great. Alright, you take care, Starbuck, and, you know, stay healthy. Stay healthy. It was good to see you. It's always nice to see people pop in occasionally, especially when you don't see them for a while and you wonder, like, did they die in a car crash? Like, you never know. The world's a crazy place. There's a very real possibility that one of the people who you used to know online in a forum or something who just disappeared one day, maybe they slipped and fell off a cliff, you know? There we go. I've detected that destroyer. Alright, you know what? I'm not being very helpful just sitting here doing nothing, so let me... If I were to swing out there, I'd have a battleship and a cruiser on my right and a battleship and a destroyer on my left. So that's not the best move. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do much of anything else from here. Maybe... Good, they got the bay in. Maybe I can just stay behind this little bit of... I think this guy's dead. Yeah, there we go. But we lost our other guy. Yeah, I decided to use this little cove as cover from those guys to my right. But now I'm in trouble. Because my destroyer buddy is dead. And there is a cruiser coming round after me. And I have been spotted and targeted by the four attacker. Alright. Okay.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Well, he can fire at me through the treetops.
The ship is on fire.
There's also a battleship, although I think he's too busy engaging the cruiser back there. There's nothing I can particularly do. I could chase him down. Oh, he fired some torpedoes at me earlier. Well, two can play at that game. Wait, where's he gone? No, I just can't see him. Alright. We're just in it now, I suppose. Let me swap to armor-piercing rounds. It's anyone's guess who's going to win. At least I'm probably annoying him with these torpedoes, which I don't think are going to hit him because I just fired a bit randomly. Oh, he's coming about. He's probably coming about to torpedo me. Oh, he's gotten too close. I knew this was going to be a double kill. He'll kill me and I'll kill him. Actually, the aircraft carrier got him just before I was able to kill him. I could tell the moment he turned into me, he's going to torpedo me, I'm going to torpedo him. We're both going to die here, but I went through with it anyway. That was a fun. I always love fighting in this little area on this particular map, no matter which side you start on, although it is more advantageous to start on this side, I find. I'm just coming back here in a destroyer or something and, you know, firing off torpedoes or winging out here in a destroyer because you can stay just far enough away that if you're, like, back here somewhere and often a battleship will try to come out pretty wide and you've got a big area and once they're in here they can't really get out. It's a lot of fun to play around with these guys. And if you can lay smoke, take a bit of cover and wiggle around, it can be a lot of fun. Alright, look, it's I've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours now, so let's do like one more match. And then we'll call it. It's been good today. I've appreciated you guys coming in and chatting. You know, Game Boy and War Duck and War Duckling and Starbuck and we had Fall Guy earlier. And who? I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Who am I forgetting? Let me scroll up. Who am I forgetting? We had War Duckling, Fall Guy. I'm forgetting someone. Oh yeah, of course. Salty Silverback 77, who's probably gone by now, but it was nice to see them as well. It cheers me up. It really it makes my day and it sets me in a good mood for the rest of the day when people come and say hello. You know what I mean? And hang out and we have a good time and then I whip out the kamikaze constantly because it's my favorite ship. I'm going to drink my cold tea. Oh, that is good tea, though. When you have ADHD, over the years, you get used to drinking cold cups of tea. It's still tasty. A little stretch there. Need to lie down. Ah. I was going to read out a poem today. I thought it might be fun to read a different poem every stream or something. But I think it's come towards the end of the stream now and most people are gone. And also my voice and brain are going. I was going to read out an Emily Dickinson poem. Hope is the thing with feathers. I won't read the whole thing out, but I'll read the first few lines because it's my favourite part of the whole thing. Hey, look at this map. Look at this map we're on. Hey, look, we're near A, and we're in a kamikaze. Actually, I know. You know what I just said about enjoying coming over here and fighting in A with a destroyer. I like doing it, but not with a kamikaze. With a kamikaze, I like fighting out in the open. Anyway, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. That's a nice one, I think. I like that. The poem goes on for a few more paragraphs, but I like that part. I think Emily Dickinson was a well-known American poet. Sorry, I'm here yawning. It's been a long day, to be honest. I got up very early. Right, we have their bomber planes are moving in here, which isn't ideal. Not ideal at all. Because they're going to bomb me in a sec, is what they're going to do. I'm an ideal target. They're not going for me, though. Huh. Alright, so be it. Shame, I could have tried to torpedo the Königsberg. They're going after the battleship behind me. Fair enough, fair enough. Good for me. Alright, let's see if we can do some damage to these people. We got a battleship, what is it? The Queen Mary and the Königsberg? Did I say? Yeah, the Königsberg. Alright. I don't want to go into A immediately. Where's this guy going? There's no way he's not coming in here. I am going to go into A. Screw it. He's moving away from me and crashing into that island for some reason. Right, where's this guy going? I don't want to stay in here. I don't want to stay so danger close. The advantage of the kamikaze is that you can, stay away from them. Oh, great. Some folks are dead. Alright, how am I on this turn? I'm going to have to wing around this island. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good. Alright, listen, buddy. Uh-oh. I'm running away. There's a destroyer over there. Well, he can't see me anymore. I think that torpedo plane was coming down to torpedo. Oh no, he's still going after the Iron Duke. Iron Duke, I appreciate you coming in here to help me, but man, you gotta pull back, my friend. Oh, good, I hit the Farragut. I wasn't even aiming for the destroyer, and I got the destroyer. Ah, it's beautiful when that happens. I always feel bad for a destroyer who gets hit by a random torpedo that wasn't even aimed at them. I fired those torpedoes before I even knew there was a destroyer there. Still, that does help us out somewhat. Now, the thing is, I'm perfectly able to torpedo the Queen Mary here if she keeps moving in, but she's intelligently turning away from us. And I don't know if I can really risk it. My torpedoes are back in action, but I have been detected, and I can't lay smoke or anything. And she knows I'm here and she's running. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit her.
Almost dead ahead. Get moving quick.
Oof, where'd that torpedo come from? Yeah, she's easily... Oh no, it's not going... Oh, this has not gone well for her. There is a cruiser, however. I think I'm going to crash here. Yeah, they've got me. They have got me. I got the Queen Mary, but unfortunately there was another ship that I didn't see. Can I possibly get in here? Can I possibly just get in cover so that the battleship can finish off the Konersberg? Uh-oh. You know, that battleship, the one that just exploded. Well, you know what? It was a good match. We had fun. Oh, I've got bomber planes on me now as well. Maybe he'll wait 20 seconds until I've reloaded. You know what? That was a good match, though, wasn't it? That was a fun little match. Holy crap. I actually did have some torpedoes. Are they going to hit him? Are they going to hit him? We got him! Come on. That was a good match. I mean, I didn't last as long as I would have liked to. But that went well. That was an exciting 3 minutes. Look at all these ships just sinking next to each other. Man, that was fun. That was fun. All right. And with that, I'm going to wrap up for the day. So, yeah. Thanks for joining, as always. Tuesday will be Helldivers 2. Hopefully we'll see the attack on Cyberstan and the new units and the new, you know, big story stuff that's probably going to drop over the next few days. We're definitely going to see the new tank and the new Warbond content. The hammer and all that kind of crazy stuff. The personal drop shield. I mean, it's the Halo bubble shield, isn't it? Wednesday will be World of Tanks. And Thursday will be World of Warships. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see you next week.